Yeah, anyways, let's check out Healthy Gamer GG Reddit. This is something that I was supposed to check over last time, but I didn't because it just slipped my mind. And then I realized, wait a minute. I do provide guidance to these young men. Why don't I address this young man here, right? But I want to shit on him too, so I don't know which way I'm going to take this, because he does say something that pisses me off here. But, okay, check this out. Dear Dr. K. Yeah, no, I didn't even want to go over this till I read the comment section. Now I got time. It says, Dear Dr. This is a short-ass stream, by the way, so let's just get through this. Dear Dr. K, how to not feel jealous about this guy, John Zherka, and other guys in general success with women. Okay, let's pause here. Should I go super charitable, or should I just shit on him? I'm gonna do both, right? If I give an honest take, it might help this fucking guy. Yeah, I thought he was joking too. Guidance or just shit on him? Okay, I'm gonna shit on him. Let's read it first. There's this semi-famous, you dirty fucking bitch. I've never in my life been so triggered. I wish he didn't say the word famous at all. I wish he just said, there's this guy. That is just such a bad tasting introduction. Like, that is, I can see him hit the fucking dash button in the middle of semi-famous. Like, it just fucking rat, bro. Just a rat. There's this semi-famous Twitch streamer called John Zherka. Okay, he's not called that. That's an actual... Okay. There's this semi-famous Twitch streamer called John Zherka. And every time I see content of him, I go on this binge where I start feeling enormously jealous and envious. Okay. He has this jock persona. Hey. Thank God, bro. These guys will never call me dorky, right? I am a jock. Hey. We out here, man. We out here. Hey, you guys listen to Aiden Ross, Tory Lane's mixtape? That shit is W's in the chat. That shit is fucking rad. Bro, I swear, that new Travis EP, man, that shit is fucking crazy, bro. That shit goes dumb. Just yo, pass the football. I'm such a jock, bro. Hey, does anyone want to play frisbee shirtless? Should we go shirtless and play some frisbee at the park? Let's fucking go. There's this semi-famous Twitch streamer called John Zherka. Every time I see content of him, I go on this binge where I start to feel enormously jealous and envious. He has this jock persona and is really smooth with women. Basically, he is the red pill personified. I like that. And it works on every woman. Yaha. Yeah, of course it does. Duh. Like, you take the fucking pussy blue pill? Are you a fucking pussy bitch? You seem like a pussy bitch typing this. Hold on. And it works on every woman. Every girl is giggling and playing with their hair and loving how he talks to them. Hey. I know, I'm good. I know. It's just... You'll never understand how funny this is. This will help him. This part, if this guy sees this clip. I spent my every day in high school obsessing over a man. I was really jealous of this guy. And he had it all. And I obsessed over this guy. And I always had a guy. Even when I was young, I'd watch YouTubers who I wanted to be like, and Yeah, so this part's not new to me at all. This is literally like, it actually feels like it is my alt. Like I'm reading myself in when I was 17, 18. I know, it's weird, right? Like, yeah. I thought I would be jealous for life, and that shit went away. Right? Okay. Every girl is giggling and playing with their hair and loving how he talks to them. Additionally, he's 6'5" and has a really broad frame, plus good looking. It's hard for me to not get overwhelmingly jealous. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. Why you're not a loser is most male streamers feel this way. They just won't admit it. Every time I'm on a Scuff podcast, every time I'm on a Rod show, you can feel people try and emulate what I got going on. They try and sound like me and shit. And, you know, I'm the kind of guy who for years pretends I don't see it. But it is corny, yeah. Which is strange, because it's like, it's not just this chatter, okay? It's not, really. It's everyone. Who the fuck doesn't want to be me? My life is just so awesome, bro. But I don't know. I always laugh when people, because for the longest time, I would lie to people online and say I'm really good looking. And then the lie kind of stuck. And like people think it's true. I'm really not. You know who's good looking is Ludwig. Just carries himself like in a different way, but like I'm good looking to myself and what I like in a guy, but I know I'm not objectively good looking. In my opinion, I would sign Ludwig over Zherka any day, any fucking day. Yeah. But yeah, his attitude is kind of like quirky and shit. Yeah, you're right about that. But anyways, hold on. No, I'm just being fair, okay? I'm being fair. There's like, most good-looking guys you know are not good-looking to you because they carry themselves in a way you don't like. But if you could mute them, if you could mute all the men on Twitch, there's like a million better looking than me. And I say that because I think the way I carry myself is good. I think it's good. I think women like how I carry myself more than those guys. Right? So that's advice. That's guidance. I'm giving you guidance right now, little boy. That's why I hate that he says he has a problem with how I act. When I see videos of him talking to women, every advice of just being yourself and kind and interested in the girl goes out the window. Well, here's the thing. Ask yourself, when I talk to these girls, is John Zherka being himself? You don't have to throw that out the window. All right, just ask yourself, is John Zherka, when he's talking about erectile dysfunction, is he being himself? Or is it like to get her horny for a soft dick? No, I'm being myself. So clearly it still works, right? So yeah, it's like he's kind of calling me fake. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'll talk about anime and shit with a girl if I was like trying to hide the weird parts, but okay, whatever. Or I would do the Ludwig Hassan thing where I pretend I'm an anime guy, but I'm really not. Like, oh, I look so quirky. I'm just so into anime. Oh my God. I wore a Dragon Ball t-shirt. Yeah. So this is crazy what he's saying. This is crazy. I have never seen a girl that truthfully rejected him. Meanwhile, shy and timid guy. By the way, don't say that, because now they're gonna do it to like be the first one. Don't say that, dude. Don't ever type anywhere that a girl's never rejected me, because then I'll just be like, hey, welcome to my podcast, and they'll be like, fuck you, you ugly bitch. And you know what I mean? They're gonna do that now. Don't do that. Don't give them that kind of. Don't Okay, let them drool. Let them drown in their drool. I've never seen that girl truthfully reject him. If you saw the offline stuff, you'd be like, this guy has really never been rejected. You see offline how good I am? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm just a bundle of joy. Meanwhile, shy and timid guys get rejected ASAP. Well, yeah, they're spiking the girl's anxiety. Like, obviously they're getting rejected. Being shy doesn't mean she's not afraid of you. You're not Saikuno, bro. I don't want, Crazy Slick was shy. I don't want to be like him to attract women, but it seems like it's the best way and it's not even a real comparison. Well, yeah, you're like comparing me, who's never been rejected offline or live, and I've been in 100 VIP e-girl chats, so it's not a comparison, right? Because you've been rejected by every single woman you've ever looked at. So this is the Michael Jordan to, right? Whatever. What is this, like grade 6 basketball? Like what zone? What court am I on here? Obviously, you're not comparing the king. I'm the king. Even if I wasn't the king, if someone dethroned me, everyone would just say, yeah, but Zherka gets away with saying stupid shit. So technically he makes it harder for himself. He still wins harder. I'm like a winning machine when it comes to women. And the crazy part is I like men. Generic advice on attracting women just seems so wrong and not helpful at all. Well, someone link me what Dr. K's advice is for attracting women. He's said it before. When even the nicest girls get viscerally turned on by his words, I'm convinced his style, I don't know what the rest of that says, but someone copy pasta it. Yeah. No, if this was my alt, I would say there's this famous Twitch streamer. Oh my God. Yeah. I give so many fucking compliments and he gives me a million compliments, then he says he hates me. Okay, edit. Okay, I think I have to clarify some things here. No, this guy is a no pickup artist or red pill advocate. The way he talks to women falls in line with things red pill teaches, however. It's his natural self. Oh, wow, he's actually a nice guy. Also, this guy doesn't want to sell anything. He's making me sound like the worst streamer ever. I should have wrote a book by now. He talks and gets these women for his own sake, for his sexual gratification. I don't know where you all get this idea from, that he pays those women or something. It seems like a massive cope from all of you. Oh, what? All right, some comments said it's not hard to get a couple e-girls, pay them off to act flirty with you. I paid off 500 e-girls who said nice things about me. I gotta pay my editor first, dude. Yeah, this fucking Dr. K subreddit is max cope. Yeah, let's read the comments. Here we go. This is his edit. Okay, wait. Let's see the part. Generic advice. I'm convinced his style of talking to women is the most effective. I'm a pretty unhealthy state of mind because of this. If you are not convinced, go ahead and watch some of his videos. Some videos of him. In comparison to him, I'm so fucking pathetic. Aw. Edit. This blew up, so thank you for all the replies. Oh, you went viral, dude. I'm going to reply later, and I have to sleep, and it's deep in the night where I am. Why do you say that? Okay. Maybe don't ever. This is my problem. Is this guy probably texts girls? It's deep in the night and I have to go to bed, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, that's not how you word that. He called everyone massive copes. That's hilarious. Okay. What do you think? Hold on. Before we read this, don't you guys think that it's not really my style of talking to women? Yeah, emulating me, people email me that it works, but it doesn't work as well as it does for me. Don't you guys think he really is just saying there's a funny guy? Like, being funny means girls play with their hair and flirt and melt. Isn't he really just trying to say the biggest hack Zherka has is being funny? Not like in a Ludwig funny way where it's like everyone's forcing the laughter. I think funny is OP. When you started Twitch, did you really wanted to talk about girls? No, my chat would force me. Right? I actually, I didn't really, to be honest, this is going to sound crazy. Before I got on the internet, I didn't know how bad people do with women. Like, I would see it in the club and it wasn't that, like, there was still hope when I saw people strike out. You know what I mean by that? It's only when I got on the internet that I said, whoa. And I never thought of writing a book or anything to like cash out, because I'm like, this is like there's nothing more simple than getting a woman. Like, it's really, if you overcomplicate it, you fail, right? Yeah, let me explain this to you. Draw. Yeah, it's not even just online. It's way worse than you think. Because I didn't know men paid thousands of dollars for club tables. They go to the club for a table and shit. But look at this. Here, let's just do this. Okay, can you see that? Okay. There's, let's say, Chad right here. Okay? Let's say this is Chad. Yo, I'm Chad. What's up? Okay? There's Chad. Now, if you think about it, Chad, when he talks and he's outgoing, it's not Chad unless it's backed up. So, athletic, has job, has friends, which people think this is like simple. No, this is like the holy trinity. Okay, it's very hard to, no man is athletic, has a job, and a good social network for picking up women. That does not exist. Let's go here. Boom. Now, this is, let's say, the nerd, right? And the nerd is like, how do I become like you? And the Chad is so stupid, he'll say, the Chad will be like this. Notice the height difference? The Chad will always say, just work out, man, and be yourself. And then the nerd goes, I don't really want to do any of those things. I just want to go to the part where my cock is wet in pussy. Oh, but they're fun to do. Like, you get self-confidence doing that. I just really want to go balls deep in some pussy. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember me getting my dick wet before I did these 3 things above my head. I just really want to play Valorant and get my dick wet in pussy because I really like a girl and I think she's the one for me. And I don't even do it for sexual gratification. I just like her because she is cool and she's my people. And I'm going to pretend that I'm not trying to tell you that I want my dick wet in some pussy. Any pussy, bro. You got anything for me? Oh yeah, why don't you follow at least one of the steps above my head? There's Chads who go to the gym and are broke, and even they get laid sometimes. Yeah, I don't want to go to the gym. Well, why don't you try getting a job? I play Valorant and I'm going to go pro soon. Okay, are you going to wait until you go pro to fuck a girl? I want to fuck one right now, but honestly, I just want to be there for her. So do you want to fuck her or not? No, I think that's like what red pill guys do, and I'm above that. I'm a better human being. I just came over my desires of sexual, and just like I just overcame my libido pretty much. So I just want to be there for a girl and take care of her. Why would she let you take care of her if you've got no job? Yeah, do you have any other advice for me? How many friends you got? Maybe you guys could go bowling and invite your crush and show her a good time and a better lifestyle than she already has. I mean, she's already miserable. How do you know that? Because she's a woman. What do you mean by that? Well, I mean, a woman, even if given a G-Wagon and a mansion, is always miserable. So what else do I have to do besides those three things above your head? Have you tried getting rich as fuck? Yeah, I have a lot of NFTs and I love to gift Mizkif. Did you hear what's going on recently at the OTK home? No, I've been playing a lot of Valorant right now, so I haven't caught up. So I'm just kind of waiting to get a girlfriend so I can watch Mizkif's channel, and we can watch Maya together. I like Maya better than Miz because I support women. Oh. Yeah, they're kind of done. They're canceled. Huh? Yeah, no, they're done. Like it's over for them. They kind of they fucked up. Miz wouldn't do that. You probably heard that from some loser like John Zherka. What don't you like about John Zherka? Well, I mean, the guy's clearly crazy. I was watching E.T. and loving all of the truth in it, and then I found out he's a flat earther, and I'm like, I can't even finish my Alien movie. Like, that guy's an idiot. He'll just believe anything he sees in the computer screen. I'd rather watch government-funded dog shit movies. Oh. Do you think girls stop trying to fuck Zherka because he's a flat earther? No, that's the weird thing. Do girls like that you're into aliens? Well, honestly, a girl told me it's kind of creepy, and that's when I put the binoculars down. I didn't think that she could yell that loud from her window. So what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make a thread on Dr. K's channel, see if it goes viral, to figure out how to get women. I mean, like, I don't want to be like John Zherka, but I envy and am jealous of him. So I want to be like him, but I hate him. You want to be like a guy you hate? Yeah, I want to have the things he has, like tits and ass, and he gets all that. Huh. Okay. What are you going to do to get women? Well, my first step is I'm going to talk to Crazy Slick. Did you not hear? No, I've been playing Valorant, have not had time. I spent a lot of time in the offline chat. Crazy Slick should help me get a girl. He's always being himself, unlike that John Zherka scumbag. You should give John Zherka a chance. I mean, the crazy stuff he talk about, it's kind of just like, you could take it with a grain of salt. I mean, are you learning, watching from other streamers? Yeah, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot of Valorant tricks, trick shots, and all that. Don't have time for John Zherka. I don't like laughing in between getting advice. I feel like streamers should never make me laugh so they're more relatable to me. And Zherka's just unrelatable because he makes everything funny. I also don't like how he gives advice. Like, I have to grow up. That guy doesn't even clean his room. Why the fuck should I listen to him? Cartoon series. I'll do better cartoons than. Okay, but basically what I'm trying to say is, what up, Adri? This guy who wrote this thread, have you noticed he doesn't want to do anything I did, right? I've got a very social background before I became a dork. I got a very fitness-oriented background before I became a dork. And I had jobs. I always had jobs, which kind of like gave me status so she wouldn't be afraid of me. But if you're in your room playing Valorant with your NFTs, then she's going to hate you. Because like when you look at your heroes who play Valorant and they've got a cute girl next to them, you have to ask yourself, how long is she there for? Like, do you really see these gamers, girls staying there with the gamer forever? Like when they grow up together? Because if you close your eyes and like imagine a girl with Zherka, it's really hard for you to think they'll break up unless I do something. But when you think of a gamer, you go, yeah, I think she's going to leave him. You know, not to be cruel, but eventually they're not going to feel safe with a man-child. Anyways, so yeah, I think the holy trinity that people need to focus on. Am I supposed to shit on this guy or give him advice? Because this is like a mental health forum. I feel like it's cruel if I just shit on him. When you look at the holy trinity of getting women, I'll do this. Bing bong boop. Oops. All right. You look at the holy trinity of getting women. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on. Here's what it comes down to. This is it. You know, I've been studying this a long time, and I'll do this. When we look at status has a job, it's who here has lost a woman because they didn't have an apartment, they had roommates? But she wanted you more than the other guy, but the other guy offered her a quiet apartment. Has that happened to any of you? Where you lose one of your crushes because you're kind of in college or you're getting your shit together? It happens all the time. It's like the number one thing I always used to hear at the club. It's like, I don't got a place to take her, bro. Yeah. I know that it happens all the time. That's for sure. Fitness looks. This really just means hygiene, right? But again, her friends talk about your biceps. Okay, so usually if her friend group thinks you're hot, she doesn't even like you, but now sees you as a boyfriend. Has that happened to you? Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've said to a woman, I can't tell you how many times I've said to a woman, you don't like me, stop crying. Stop crying on the phone, you don't like me, you just don't want your friends to have me. And then they get very quiet, they stop crying. They go, oh my God, he's right. Because they know, they're like, oh shit, that's really why I'm with him. Because like 99% of the time, the girl you're with, her friend, her best friend is more compatible for some weird reason. Have you noticed that? And I'm not saying because she's off limits or anything. I mean like actually compatible. Like soulmates. And for the first trifecta of the Trinity, it will be independent, okay? She gets wet when it's your apartment and you don't have roommates. Your apartment. Status is important. If you're like, call me Carson, you can get any girl because you have high clout. But because you have high clout means you can get girls, but not sustain them. Because you have high clout means you can get girls, but not keep them. Do you have to talk to her to keep her? No, you don't. You don't have to talk to her. But it really depends what she's like. Eventually, after a few months, you do have to talk to her. But usually the less you say, the more they'll like you. And I'm not saying that as in like be fake. I'm saying like be reserved, okay? And if you ever say, I don't know if I want to play a game dating a girl, what do you think she's doing? The woman is forcing, without your consent, the game on you. She's forcing it. Nobody wants to play the game. If you're a guy, no guy likes that shit. But the problem is this isn't sugar, spice, everything nice. She's not a Powerpuff Girl. She's forcing the game on you. Okay? So when people say, I don't play the game, I just be myself. Yeah, okay. But the problem is she's forcing it on you. Right? She's forcing game. And if you don't have any game, she's forcing an exit. She's leaving and she's kind of angry at you. So, I mean, if you really want to keep a girl around with no money, status, or friends, you got to learn to argue. Right? If you learn how to argue with a woman, she can, just like when they date a drug dealer, they never abandon you. Learn how to argue with them. Sustain their toxic. Okay? They're fiending for that argument. If you say, hey, John, I never argue with my girl, that's not your girl. Okay? She's not even worrying about you. That's scary. That's very bad. Have you read The Rational Male? No, I don't need to. Dude, I don't like reading statistics and stuff because it's pretty obvious. Okay? Understanding women is not rocket science. Every cartoon is correct. Every anime is correct. Every red pill is correct. Extreme red pills are very correct as well. It's not rocket science, dude. If you're purple pill, you can get a girl, but you cannot keep her. If you're red pill, you can get her and keep her. Right? And she sucks out the red out of you. She tries to make you docile. As soon as you're docile and you sound like Ned Flanders, she kicks you to the curb. right? Because she goes, wow, I poisoned your well? You're pathetic. So don't go with the purple pill like XUC. Don't go with the blue pill like Ludwig. Go with the pill that makes people write articles like this. Okay? Just do what works. That way you feel like you got your subscriptions worth watching my channel. Okay, let's read the cope. Be acutely aware that the content being published is highly curated, just like most social media. No, it's not. It's very likely the content is fake in the first place. Women are either paid or just want to be associated with an influencer. Then I wouldn't have offline stories of what happened to me confirmed by others. What the fuck? In the small chance that the interactions that posts are real, they are definitely only going to post the one time that it got the reaction they wanted and not the 300 tries where it didn't. Okay, but the problem is I do it live on podcasts, IRL, etc. So I can't edit. I can't edit out me getting rejected because it's live. That's the problem. Again, this guy approaches women on the street he's never met. You really think he paid all of them in his 3-hour street Vods where he roams through the city? I mean, people do fake that, but why don't we talk about my podcasts? Wouldn't that be a bigger smoking gun? Obviously, IRL is good, but yeah. You know how easy it is to pay a few college actresses to act interested in you for a video. This is cope, man. Holy shit. How much did you pay this girl? Twitch. Hello. How's your day? Look, this was an $800 payoff, bro.
How about you?
Look, I have 10,000 viewers. Do you want to say hi?
What is it?
Twitch. You know Twitch?
I do know Twitch.
Should we hug for the camera?
Hi guys. I don't, it's COVID.
Oh, you have it?
No.
Oh. I'm so good. Like, I knew she didn't have COVID, but I wanted that reaction where I'm grossed out of her and she's like, oh my God, I have to win him back. So manipulative.
I don't, it's COVID.
Oh, you have it?
No.
Oh. Okay. Where are we going?
Shopping.
Okay, before shopping, let's go smoke a joint.
Okay.
Oh, you don't do that, right? You're a good person?
I do, but like I said, COVID and everything.
Okay. You can take my number, though.
Here, follow me on Instagram.
I'm banned off Instagram. I did 500,000 views overnight, so I can't really do Instagram. You did. Do you have Twitter?
I do. Here, actually, I'll just take your number. What's your name?
John Zherka. Twitch.
Yeah,
Hello. I don't pay these people off. What the hell? This is the truth. There was a guy named Dan Bilzerian who was... Oh, no. Shot.
Big Bong has taken on its name is Bing Bong the name.
His name is killing me, dude. Bing Bong. Bing Bong. If you look at his videos, look at this cope. There's this guy named Dan Bilzerian who is just like OP. Described and original poster described and turned out he was a total fraud and paid women to hang out with him. Oh my God. What is the point? What was the point of picking up 500 girls to prove I'm the best if I'm just going to get called a fraud for it? What was the point of that whole growing phase? Unbelievable, dude. I can never get my flowers. Look at his videos. Just look at them. You think he pays all those girls on the street, just randomly approaches? I'm sorry. I really want to feel better, but in my opinion, you are all coping. Watch his videos and convince yourself those girls don't have a reason to get paid. Because they have a ton of simps anyway. They're just attracted to his jock personality. It's a performance for views and clicks. Even if they are girls on the street, you know he has to get their signed consent to monetize the videos. What? Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Yeah, you taught me something. Whatever happened to just being funny works? Being funny with women works. If you're a good-looking guy, if you're a good-looking guy who's funny, it's overpowered. I used to watch this guy when he was new to the platform. The guy had no idea about any of those rules, let alone consent to monetize. Yeah. Okay. Hope he's referring to Zherka's live streams. He'll do IRL. Okay. Oh, why are we talking about this? This is so stupid. Okay. Can I ask what it is you are doing to improve yourself? Not to attract women, but to have a better life. True, they're chicks. They want to be a part of your nest. What is your lifestyle? How has it gotten better? Why should she be a part of it? That's pretty good. Generally, emotions in this sense. Okay, stupid. Yeah. That's the slippery slope of the red pill. We cry and vilify it to the ends of the earth, but then when guy ask what the alternative is, people shrug their shoulders, give generic advice, and fuck off. Oh my god, this guy's too overpowered, man. Oh my god. This guy, is he in chat? Dude, ask me directly, man. Because I used to be very jealous of a guy in high school. I remember feeling this exact way. I'm not just saying that. Like, not because you did me funny. Every time I try to be natural and true to myself, I get punched in the gut and the red pill rears its ugly head to say, I told you so. It's pretty frustrating. Yeah. Red pill is a sales tactic. You know, it is selling yourself. That's probably the only part that's like you can critique. I mean, blue pill is selling yourself as well. You think Hassan doesn't sound like a salesman? By the way, Hassan never had girls play with their hair and giggle. He had to get like 100,000 viewers to even get people to smile. The guy was hopeless with women. You know? Being yourself natural is weird since people are constantly changing things. Well, look at this. Here's the advice, man. Being yourself works if you're a winner. I can talk about anime all day and it's just cute. But if I was a dork talking about anime, it doesn't work. Does that make sense? You gotta be a winner to be yourself unapologetically, like all the time. And being yourself when you're not doing anything for yourself sounds like a phony to me. Right? No, I don't think you have to be a millionaire. Actually, the guys who fuck the hottest women are not millionaires. Millionaires cope a lot. The guy who gets any girl he wants, right? Independent, has a job, has a huge group of friends that have a blast together. Everyone wants to be in their Facebook and Twitter photos. And he's good looking. Or he tries. You know, he's fit. Yeah, you'd be surprised. How do you know? How do you know anything about this guy? It's not like he streams 30-hour sessions. I'm a girl, looked at his stream. He has a very relaxed, easygoing persona, but he's a bit misogynistic. And like, I'm in my 30s, so the way he interacts throws up red flags for me. That's pretty fair. Seems like the kind of guy that would string women along and later emotionally devastate them, ? That's really fair. But he would be fun to hang out with on a drinking night. My warning sirens are going off, lol. She wants me so bad, this girl. Anyway, you don't want to be that dude. He probably messes up any girl inexperienced enough to take him seriously. Yeah, she's not wrong. I do my own thing and girls cry. They're like, anytime I've been with a girl, she's like, why are you ignoring me? And I'm like, I'm fucking live. We're with the poggers. We're kecking. And Maya's not streaming anymore. Not relationship material. This part's really true. That is pretty true. That is pretty true. I mean, compared to everyone else in the world, I'm not horrible. But compared to the average dude from 7 billion, not just the West, I'm very horrible. I wouldn't date me. I would date Ludwig. Okay. I'll date someone else. But again, you know, guys who are not like me are like Mizkif. I'm kidding. She is giving the greatest advice. What do you think she said that was the greatest advice? Right here. When she said relaxed and easygoing persona, my dude, let's say I'm in a e-girl's room right now and I'm leaning back on this chair and I'm talking to her, she wants to smash me. But if I was like the dork, I would be doing this. No, I don't want water. Thank you. And she'd be like, this guy's throwing me off. Right? But here's what the Chad does. He spreads out like this. And he goes, hey, how about a glass of water? Hold the fluoride. And she goes, oh my God, he's so funny. Like, he even made like this Alex Jones joke. And I hate the right wing and I hate all that. But he's like funny, right? The more you drop her anxiety, the more she wants to bang. The more you raise her anxiety by being shy or quiet, the more she's like, this guy's holding a knife. Does that make sense? I'm right wing. Do you hate me? This is a right wing channel. What are you talking about? We're the family channel that honors our parents. We're not Hassan. Your parents were wrong. You should try wearing a dress. All right, let's see. If you are interested in shallow relationships based off each other's appearances, then by all means be jealous. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, if your first relationship is a superficial one, good practice. That's great practice. I would be terrified to give a noob the advice of, hey, get into a real, serious, meaningful, deep relationship for your first merry-go-round. No, that's how people kill themselves, actually. Okay? Your first relationship should be superficial and just to understand the structure of we went to the mall, we did this, we did that, just to understand how it works. Don't ever go for a serious relationship for your first one. No, that's not it. That's how you get seriously fucked up. Okay? It's not only his looks. Yeah, if it was just looks, Wake Wilder would do great, right? And I'm sure I know Wake does great, but you just can't compare these people to people like me, right? I'm telling you, being a bit goofy with girls makes them fall in love. Being serious reminds them of work, okay? And I'm not saying Wake's not capable. I'm just saying he needs to increase the goofiness tenfold. He needs to crank that shit up maximum and then Wake will be drowning in... No, Wake could drown in bitches, what am I saying? I'm not retarded, and I know a buff guy will generally do better than a small guy, but the difference between a similar looking guy who's respectful is pretty significant. Yeah, I hate saying this, but I have to tell the truth because this guy's probably hurting. The height in person, not streaming. Streaming, I do great. They think I'm just normal, and I do great. But I'm saying in person, anytime I'm at a party, Twitch party or whatever, and I'm sitting down, the girl next to me will be kind of like be sassy, and she'll be giving me sass and all that. And she'll kind of be like, John Zherka this, blah, blah, right? And then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go grab some lemonade. And I'll stand up and she'll do this. Every single woman goes, and then they fix their hair. They, but dude, I don't want lemonade, John. And they start freaking out. And I'm like, why? What happened to all of her confidence? And then over the years, I was like, oh, it's the height. It's like if I'm sitting down, and I mastered it to the point where I'm like, I'm going to use that to my benefit. So all the tall, muscular guys I'd work with outside of the club would be striking out all day with girls. They'd be like, you can have some, never. And they'd walk out and they'd giggle and they wouldn't give their numbers. So I'd see a cute girl on Granville Street, right? And I would immediately drop to one knee like I'm being funded by Democrats, right? I'd drop to one knee and I'd be like this. Hey girl, come here. And she'd be like, what? And because I'm looking up at her, just like when you go low with your dog gets excited and angry at you, like I'm better than you, ruff, 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 right? And then you stand up and your dog becomes a pussy. Just like that, when I'm here, give me your number before my boss sees real quick. And then there's no boss, like my boss don't care that much. And then she'd give me the number. But anytime I was standing and I'm like, yo, let me get your number. She'd be like, I don't know, like you're hot, but I don't know. And I was like, man, what the fuck is it with that? And when all the doormen in my city saw that, they're like this. Why do you always have to tie your shoe, John? And I wouldn't say anything because I'm like, they're going to laugh at me. But yeah, so, in person, that does help, right? Yeah, because I don't really talk about height, but yeah, it's pretty big. Height is like, dude, there's a tall question mark looking fuck who gets any girl, and he's just a weirdo. Do you not get jealous ever and protective? I know I used to get jealous for strangers. I get really jealous. Yeah, I get super jealous. Oh, dude, I get jealous like a motherfucker. I used to cope and say I don't. And then I realized, it's, God wants that. Like Inuyasha gets jealous. Who cares, right? When a girl told me I'm like Inuyasha, as in that's my flaws, I said, bitch, he's the hero. Why the fuck are you trying to insult me saying I'm Inuyasha and I'm jealous? And he's the fucking hero of the story. I don't want to be fucking anyone else, bitch. You're fucking Kagome's dumbass. Anyways. He is paying them or faking it to increase the viewer count. I'm paying women? Basically, he is red pill personified and it works on every woman. I didn't have a clue who this person was, so I looked him up. Yeah, no, wouldn't touch him with a large pole. Not my type. Holy cope. Please don't stereotype women like this. It's only going to hurt your... We've had every single girl on my fucking podcast. With every single temperament and job. They always DM me to smash. And I just say, ha ha ha. See you on the next podcast. Okay, hold on. I should leak. Why does everyone think he's a pickup artist? I never said that. I don't think he's even a red pillar. True, I'm not. I'm pro-family. Red pill is like, get as many bitches and never get married, bro. No, the whole point of life is to get married. He's just smooth, and the way he's talking to women falls in line with what red pill teaches. Yeah. John's just conventionally attractive, tall, jacked, but his personality is off-putting to a lot of women. Not true. Big cope. Like most women would probably fuck him, but they wouldn't want to stick around. Actually, the opposite. Or how awful his personality is. That I've had the opposite problem, where all they want to do is stick around. Wow, that makes me feel better. I thought the personality is so important to women. Why all this advice when in the end 99% of attraction is about looks? I mean, look, if you believe that attraction is about looks for women, you're just coping. You're wrong. Okay? Ludwig is a great looking man. Ludwig, I'm sorry, would not do that good in a competitive bar scene, pick up as many as you can. He just wouldn't do that good. And he's the best looking guy on Twitch. So if you think about it, it's not about looks. They're called chicks because they want a nest. That's why they can fall in love with a DJ Khaled. Ludwig gets no bitches. I'm saying Ludwig, if there was a contest to see how many Ludwig can pick up, it would be impressive, but it would not be even close to me. It wouldn't even be a fraction. And what's the difference from Ludwig and Zherka? It took Zherka 3 years to get a check mark. So Zherka's too honest. Women love the honesty. They like the red pill toxic. They like the edgy. They don't want politically correct, because what is the most toxic thing that they're looking for when they're meeting you is to fuck. Last time I checked, fucking is not wholesome. Nobody on earth thinks fucking is wholesome. Okay? It's not a lovemaking session. So that's why they like edgier guys, because there's nothing edgier than fucking. They go hand in hand. Okay? Fucking is toxic. Right? It's not lovemaking. And that's when you first meet someone, you want to attract them sexually to FUCK. Right? So obviously the politically correct guys are going to do worse, because she's going to be like, I want to be with him. He's a good guy, but I'm dry. Why is the edgelord like Destiny winning me over? Why is the edgelord like Zherka winning me over? Why is the edgelord like Train winning me over? Because it's fucking. It's FUCKINGing. Another thing, the edgelord is more capable of protecting you. Nobody knows how that makes sense, but it just does to women. That's why they like drug dealers and people in prison, because they go, oh, that's masculine. He can protect me with his psychotic. First of all, don't date him. If he's in prison, don't do it. Not true. As a moderator for many female streamers, they have told me this isn't true. We want a nice guy who plays Valorant all day. And look, man, stop. How many of you have played Rust with your crush and you've held a stone for 8 hours straight, and then she's having a blast with you, she's giggling, you guys are doing everything correct, and then she says, oh, I gotta go, it's 9 o'clock. And you go, oh, okay. And she turns off the Discord call and she's offline. Yeah, she's getting fucked. Like that. She's getting railed by a dude who thinks Rust is talking about her pussy, bro. The guy who doesn't know what Rust is railing her. She's embarrassed to tell him she plays the game. You understand how the real world works? Stop it. If you ever find yourself chilling with a girl for hours and hours and hours, you're never gonna touch her. This is how all my phone calls used to be when I was trying to get a girl. She'd be like, hey, do you want a game? I go, oh, no, I got to do shit. And I turn it off. Hey, you want a game? No, I got to do shit. You never want a game with me? No, I got to do shit. right? Hey, do you want to go watch a movie? Okay. But you said you're busy. No, I'm going to cancel for you. Do you see? I will only reward date behavior. I'm not going to reward friendship behavior. That's not healthy, dude. And if she's flirting with you because she's your friend, it means you might get her, but you're going to be the last on the list, that you're on the waiting list. So if it doesn't work out with this guy, she'll go back to you. Is that really like, how can you get it hard on if you're on a waiting list? Doesn't that strip you of your masculinity? Also, another reason why women are devastated after dating me is not because I'm a toxic guy, but it's because they know they've never been with a guy who could beat me up, and they never will be. So deep down, they feel like they lost their biggest Gundam. And yeah, just as much as we want a feminine girl, they want a badass who can beat up people. I'm sorry, but that's why you work out, to improve that appearance of protecting them. You know, that's what they want. So the only way, if a girl gets a guy who's better, makes more money than me, better looking than me, but he cannot beat me up, she's for the rest of her life going to be traumatized. Do you understand? That thing, I'm not saying getting women, you have to be like this fighter guy. I'm saying sustaining their heart for life. What if your girl gets with John Jones? Then that's different. Then he's better than me. If John Jones is making her laugh, it's over. I'm a memory. It's over for me. It's done. That's it. You understand? If John Jones is hitting all the check marks plus he can fight better, that's it. That's a wrap for me. That's, even if I get her back, I'll be thinking of John Jones's fat cock. Fighters lose they bitch all the time. Yeah, because their temperament is not red. There's a lot of fighters who vote for Joe Biden. Just because you can fight doesn't mean your temperament is red pill. Just because you are a steroid taker doesn't mean you're red pill. Red pill is not a political ideology. Red pill is not a system of ideas. Red pill is a temperament. Red pill is if someone bumps into you intentionally to embarrass you at a bar, and then boom, he bumps into you again. The red pill says, I am letting go of my professional life. And boom, that's it. You've let go of it. And if you're red pill, that's what it means. It means I'm going to prison today in a video game. It's an honor pill, really, you know? Why would a girl like a samurai? You know what I mean? Because you can't bump into a samurai. Let's keep reading, and then we'll go to the Maya. 2 things I noticed. Okay, this is the girl, right? It works on every woman. What do you mean it works? You use this phrase for things like ... This scrubber really works on tiles. You know, an action that is, he means every girl in my podcast has always giggled and tried to hide that they like me, but it's too obvious, right? One in the chat if that's what this guy means. These women know what they are doing when they are attracted to him. This is a two-way engagement. They are full humans with thoughts and emotions capable of complex thought and often above average intellect. I don't know about that. Especially with regards to emotional intelligence, not by nature, but because women are raised to be in tune with everyone's emotions, especially men's, and that includes their own. Actually, this is so good. Women are in tune with everyone in the room's emotions, except their fucking crushes. Have you noticed that? The one guy in the room they cannot read is their crush. Do you get what she's saying here? Think for a second. When 4 guys surround a girl at the freaking bar or at a house party, and she's staring at the one guy on the couch that's on his phone ignoring her, she cannot read him. She's read everyone else. You understand? What's the greatest way to be a mystery and never be read by a woman? Is to be successful. It's so hard to focus on what she's saying when I'm looking at my Coinbase. It's so hard for me to plot out my future when she's talking. Hey man, chill out. You understand? There's nothing more attractive to them than I don't know what my man is thinking. Please show me some emotion. No. Oh God, that's so hot. That means I'm an emotional wreck and you are like my rock. But if I turn around, my crypto is fucking down. My crypto is fucking down, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't want to hear this. Now she feels bad, but first you're gonna see her smile and pull it back, and she's gonna go home trying to make me attractive again. You understand? That's why if you say, you know what I like about you, girl? I like your laugh. And she goes, oh, I've heard that a million times. But if you turn to her and say, you know what I like about you, Ashley? You know what I like. No, tell me. You know the thing. Tell me. Yeah. See, now she's cooking. Now she's cooking and she wants to rub her clitoris in public. Okay? That's why when I compliment people, you know I'm bullshitting. You know I'm just pulling it out of my ass. I don't fucking mean shit. But do you understand that if you give them their castle of mystery, they turn around and they say, go inside of me, daddy. Right? But there's no mystery to a dork. I know what you do when you're done Valorant. So does she. Nobody knows. Zherka, what do you do when you're offline? Oh, I'm fucking jacking off to fucking... Nobody knows. I could say anything. Nobody knows. Right? Nobody knows. Another thing, okay? If strength is on your mind on a date, she likes you. If trying to fuck is on your mind, she hates you. I'm confused as fuck. First you were saying to make her laugh and be funny. Now you're saying no emotions. Well, there's no emotions to the jokes. Have you noticed that? Like if I make a joke like, hey, Ashley, give me some water. Hold the fluoride. Ha ha ha. She doesn't know anything about me. There's no emotions. She doesn't know anything about me. I can make a million jokes. She doesn't know anything about me. Do you get that? Now, her favorite game is to dig, to find out more. Give me more. Just give me a hint of truth. What do you do after your stream, John? No, you're going to have to date me to find out. I'm not going to say it to her like date me, but she knows what she has to do. If a girl's not jumping through hoops to be with you, she hates you. She thinks you're fattening her up. She wants a man who makes her jump through hoops. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. That's why when you have a girlfriend, get her to do errands. Get her to do you favors. That is the smartest thing you can do. Okay? By the time she's done 10 favors, she's like, why am I doing everything for this guy? Why is this guy so bold that he asked me to do 10 things? Why? No guy's ever done this to me. Then leave. Why don't you leave? She can't leave. She can't. Women are like men, and men are like dogs. They need to give a golden retriever no tasks, and it's depressed. You understand? A golden retriever without a task is depressed. Her task is to make you soft. Your task is to stay strong. If she wins, she cheats on you. If you win, you can do whatever you want. You could cheat and keep her. But don't do that because God is watching. All a woman's doing on a date is looking for a crack in your armor. whether in a soft way or an aggressive way, that bitch is poking. Oh, she's poking, right? And look, you're not combative, you're not hot, you're not cold, you are dismissive. You're dismissive of hormones of estrogen and E2. You are sorry, I don't respond to your hormone. Sorry, I know you have a chaotic day, I don't respond to that, right? This isn't a magic trick. One in the chat of red pill is a magic trick for dating women. It's just a magic trick. Where he's a flame and women are some kind of mindless moths. That's exactly what it is. Even the nicest girls get viscerally turned on by his words. I didn't get this. Nice girls do not get turned on. Are there biological functions for somehow different? Okay, well, it really comes down to what are we talking about by saying, when we're saying this word, let me get my spectacles here. Okay. Look at this. When we look at physically what turns on a woman, mentally what turns on a woman, and it is different for young women, obviously, but look, physically what turns on a woman is, okay, let's just ask, what is it physically that turns on a man? What makes you want a girl just physically? Okay, what's the first thing you see from across the room? You can't see her face too much. What are you looking at? Should look like Broly. Okay, so let's focus here. Okay, this is even more important than anything, okay? All right. Sorry, this is shit drawing, but I'm trying my best. Okay. So when we look at the blue, oh, you're not seeing anything? Oh. What the hell? My bad. I want to do that on stream. Okay. So when you look at the blue, right? Sorry, it's like not the best, right? What are you seeing with the blue here? Don't even go evolutionary. Just like, what are you saying? Simple. So what you're looking at is a physically is figure 8. And I know I exaggerate this, but I think all men are like me, to be honest. That's all we care about is a figure 8, right? Am I wrong? Like everyone cares about TNA. That's the first thing we see from across the room. Am I crazy? Personality first? No, you never talk to her first. You see her across the room, okay? And it's the same thing for women. So physically, it's going to be not a figure eight, it'll be this shape. This is the shape that gets the baddest chicks. This, when you look like in fucking Executor or something. Right here. Boom, boom. This shape for a man is too OP. This is like the life ruiner look. This guy gets everything. Okay? This is, trust me when I say, forget the diet and put on some size, my dude. Forget your pussy ass diet. Put on size. Like heaps of size. Heaps. So when you talk, it matters. Okay? She wants this unit to pipe her. Megatron looking fuck. Right? Like this guy can literally say, hey, yo, I still love Mizkif. And she'll be like, I guess I disagree with you, but we can go on a date. Yeah, bitch. That's what I thought. Don't call me no bitch. Yeah, look at that ass. Don't objectify me. Should I go talk to her then? Are we done? No, we're not done. No, just saying, like, I mean, it's okay if you objectify me. It's not like you're doing it live. I kind of actually like it. I kind of never can go to a different guy after you. You kind of fill my whole masculinity meter to 100%. I love it, actually. I fucking love it. But like, don't say that to me because that's like politically incorrect. Hey, yo, fuck politics. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton can suck my dick and fuck that Joe Biden pedophile bitch. Hey, yo, bitch. Fuck politics. They're all a bunch of fucking scammers. They all scamming people, bro. But I would fucking do anything if I got endorsed by one of them. I would literally switch sides so fucking fast. I don't even have a side. She's like, oh my God. But yeah, so physically, obviously being jacked is super important for increasing your pool selection of women. Doesn't mean you can sustain them. Just means they like to fuck you. But even if they like to fuck you, you will get... Dude, there's so many guys who make girls nut all day and they still fucking ghost them. I don't know why. These bitches are retarded. They think they'll get something better or something. Pretty boys can also clean up. The problem is with pretty boys is something changes around 24 years old. When she's 24, she's had enough. The Justin Bieber look. That's why Justin Bieber tried to become a bad boy. You know, because a lot of times it's like, it's just not hitting correct. Like girls like a pretty guy at the club until they're 24 years old. Then they like older men for the rest of their life and never go back. I don't know why. So, physically, what turns on a woman? Well, we drew it. Mentally, what turns on a woman? It's 3 letters. I'll make it very large for you. Check this out. This is going to blow your mind. There it is. It's 3 letters, my dude. That's it. That's game over. It's over. That is it. Game over. If you've got 5% of that, if you're a drug dealer, you got 10% of the dad energy. But I'm telling you, if you don't believe this, wait till your girl leaves. Dude, if you are not turning to her dad in her life, she is going to dump you. But John, that's only with girls like who have daddy issues. No. Go look at traditional conservative homes and look at the country girl and who she marries. Trust me, it's whether she has daddy issues or she doesn't, they want the same thing. The difference is if she has daddy issues, she'll find a guy who's 10% dad, like a drug dealer. She won't go for 100%. Whereas if she has no issues, she'll be like, you're a drug dealer. Get the fuck away. You're not full dad. You're like not even Super Saiyan. Now look at this. If you don't believe this, check this out. On your first date with a girl, I dare you to do this. This is your shirt, right? On your first date with her, I dare you to wear blue jeans and a white t-shirt. If you go into this archetype of dad, it's game over. She's soaked. That's it. It's finito. If you want her to, I'm nutting in public, all you have to do is add a fishing hat. You, watch closely if you're in chat still. If you really want her to like you, grow your hair like this. If you really... Alright, anyways, hold on. But here's what I'm saying, dude. You I'm so canceled, man. Anyways. But here's what I'm saying. All right. How many times have you been with a girl to where she starts demanding more dad energy from you? When they panic, they demand dad from you. It was a joke, all right? It's not like... I'm not saying that they're very successful people. I'm just saying, like, yeah, who knows? I don't look at it. What she's really demanding is money. Wrong. If she's really demanding money, why are millionaire NFT guys incels? Think about what you just heard. Think about it. If they just want money, why does the incel still get blocked, or he gets his money taken from him but she doesn't meet him in person? Why? Why is Jeff Bezos getting cucked by Leo? Why? Because, again, who's maxed out the Trinity is Leonardo DiCaprio. Status, highest in society. Social network, highest in society, right? That they girls like. Fitness, looks, good looking guy. He's known for his looks. That Trinity cannot be beat. That Trinity is this thing. If you're missing one of these, it's like you're going down, bro. Yeah, that's why I said fitness. If Leo doesn't have fitness, he's known for looks, which oftentimes, like Ludwig, right? Not fitness, but looks. You know, oftentimes it redeems the man. Yes, Zherka science, yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can a Sigma male have the Trinity? No, because the Sigma male's life ideology is maxing out one skill. Like a Sigma male is always maxed out on one area only. in this case, isn't sigma copium for beta? Well, you got to ask yourself, what is the difference from a sigma and a beta when it comes to getting women? One of them actually can do it. So it's not really cope. It's kind of like a stepping stone. So a sigma will be like, oh, I'm a gym bro. I just grind the gym. Still better than an incel, right? Yeah, you need a minimum. You need the trinity. Most men have one and they overcompensate. So when I was in bodybuilding, mine was just fitness and looks. And then I didn't have status and I didn't have friends. And looks took me pretty far, but looks also got me nicer jobs. So my status went up and then I met better friends. Usually you get one and the other bubbles start to grow. But if your bubbles look like this, you're kind of just spinning your tires, wasting money. If your bubbles are like looking like this, now you're the Chad of your city. And if your bubbles look like this, you can usually, that's like an influencer, right? There's those guys who do good on the internet. These guys have all three. So, yeah. So if it's like this, and try and keep it simple in your head, or else you're gonna fail. Like if it's not simple, you're gonna fail. Sigma. I'm trying to screenshot this. This is so good. Sigma. This will be stud of the town. Let's say in your town, the stud has 2 and he's growing the third one. And the third one's usually status, always. It's always status that's not growing. And this is where you want to be. Here is like game over. Just got to get these to connect. Focus on this. Player. Yeah, no, I never studied this stuff. It just became painfully obvious. And then when people were selling books on this stuff, I was like, what the fuck? Why a book, man? This shit's too simple. But a genius always simplifies it. A lot of people add weird shit to this, like, don't forget to be yourself. Hey, yo, bro, I'm going to be honest. I'm 4'11". Can I be a big giga chat? No. The only way you do that is if you're a millionaire who fought some guy on the street and won on camera. If the earth is flat, explain Mars, moon, etc. being round. Yeah, a plate can be flat and round too, right? It's not hard. It's not hard. Just use your brain. Can you focus on status and fitness and leave the social network after, if that is your type? Unfortunately, if you focus on these two, you can only get a girlfriend. You cannot have 100 girls. Like the 100 girls comes from here. This is the biggest thing if you want to be swamped in women. This part. This is like when you're the bartender, you work at a nice place, you're the owner of the club. This is the most OP part for getting quantity, right? That's why I say a stud and a player usually have a girlfriend, because they have 2 of these maxed out. I picked the wrong 2. It's supposed to be these 2, but you know what I'm saying. I'm 6'1", awkward. Any tips? Yeah, you need social network. This is where you get EXP. This is the hardest part in my opinion. Because Because it's really easy to get good at a craft and then be known for it on YouTube or something. And it's really good, easy to get fit. I mean, it's linear. This is the really hard part. This is like, you need podcasts, you need to do extra shit for this. What do you think of a guy with all three of those balanced but still runs trains on girls? That's weird. That guy's bisexual. Does this only apply to the West? Yeah, actually it does. I mean, it applies everywhere, but you can live in Brazil and just have fitness maxed out and have a good life. You don't need... This is the West, for sure. In Brazil, a lot of fitness guys just have a good, normal life with one girl. I see that all the time online, too. Is 5'7" salvageable? Yeah, you need to get pretty wide. Which of these three dots does Slicker have? So when Slicker met Erica, he had the highest status, 7,000 viewers, right? Highest social network. He was friends with Hassan and all those big streamers. And so he had these two maxed out. You can say anyone's name and we can break it down. Fitness shortcuts for hard gainers, just steroids, which is unhealthy. Where does religion fit in here and values? Well, that's the thing, is in the West, religion is not rewarded. So you're going to have to go for different kinds of women. Okay? Like, if you think about it, I'm in the Trinity, so I can be a God-fearing man. But again, it's not really something that the girl, like, she's gonna tell you she likes that you're religious, but she's lying too. She's lying big time. But now if she was with her dream guy and he's religious, she likes him more. If she's with her dream guy and he's an atheist, she always sees him as a little boy, right? That's coping. So, I mean, it does help you to be religious. It's just way late in the game. That's like end game shit. You can have the Trinity and still not get a woman. You need game. That's not true. It's impossible to not have game. Game can shorten your smash pathways, but when this one is maxed out, it's impossible to not have game. It's, if I told you go to the bar and pick up a girl, that's hard. But if I told you go to the bar and pick up a girl with 3 streamers, Zherka and Sneeko, and we're helping you, now the game got very easy. You understand? Because that network is really, it's really hard to fumble the bag. That's why I say stop talking in the Uber ride. Because everything you say is turning her off. She's turned on. Don't say anything in the Uber ride. Just go smash and get her as your girlfriend. Like, win the game. But yeah, this is the most OP part. This is the reason why Carson and those guys got a Caterino and shit, right? But she didn't stick around, or she cheated or something. She did something because he didn't have the others maxed out, right? Where it's like, this one's very red. And again, status and job doesn't mean you can be a goofball. You know, like, you can be a funny guy, but when it's time to pay rent, she's not laughing. You know, she don't find you funny when rent is due at all. Should you post yourself with other girls on social media for social proofing? 100%. Yeah, the whole goal is to drop her anxiety. She needs to know other girl. When her anxiety is here, she loves you. Okay? Drop her anxiety by showing her you can get other women. And notice how when she's with a jack dad-like guy, she's walking around town with low anxiety. Now that's heaven for her. Do you understand? That's why they get giggly and turn very girly when they feel safe. But if they don't feel safe, they go, what are we eating? You're paying for that? You can afford that? They start doing that because they don't feel safe. They're like, who are you? Being 10 million subscriber channel where your mind is infested with Minecraft for 12 hours a day is still unattractive, true or false? Yes, but what you have to focus on is when you have 10 million, and listen to what I'm saying carefully, right? When you have 10 million followers, you're usually picking a lot cuter girl. Let's say she's a 9. She's like this very hot girl because you can now select bigger, more, higher up. What makes you think that the girl you're talking to doesn't have other successful men in her DMs? Do you understand? So again, when you look at success, at the top of the ladder, it gets even harder for these YouTubers because they're choosing really hot girls who have other options, and they go, my pussy doesn't get wet with the Minecraft guy. I think I'll go with the FaZe guy instead. I think I'll go with this guy instead. You understand? That it kind of like destroys you because you're choosing such a hot girl. That's LA, exactly. Perfect. No, if they have options, it doesn't mean they're a hoe. If they're exploring options, it does. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so tricky to be successful without the other parts of the Trinity. If you're very 10 million followers, but you're not fit, now you're competing with guys who have 10 million followers and are fit. You know what I mean? It gets very, unless you want to just fucking ugly or a mid, but usually you don't. You want to fuck some influencer girl. That's bad. Should I just fuck or something more serious? Well, you only have one girl to like get EXP with, and the second one you should just take serious and date. I think that's a good mindset. That's usually how like the greatest businessmen on earth do it before they fall into degeneracy. What's dad energy look like? Dad energy goes like, hey, Ashley, you're not drinking. Right? And she goes, well, then Ashley opens her mouth like this. Wait, what? But I'm so much funnier when I drink. No. But I want to drink. No, I don't want to go out then. But I want to have a few drinks. Let me have a few drinks. No. Okay, we can stay home and I'll suck your dick and I'll pretend to be sad, but I love how you don't want to see me sloppy drunk. I love how you're not like crazy slick. The greatest thing I will ever tell you simpletons, students, listen to me. A woman gets so turned on, she gets soaked when she hears the N word. That's all women want, is to hear the N word. That's it. There's nothing else they want in life more than that word. I swear to God, I'm not lying. Every woman wants you to point your finger at her like this, watch, and say, no. And she's going to be like this, oh, I've never been told that before. That is their favorite word. Her favorite word is you canceling her dumb idea. No. Why no? Why? Don't entertain it. Just no. The hardest thing to tell your crush is no. That's why she loves hearing it from you. What did you think I meant? You don't believe me? When she's begging you to put it inside of her, try saying no. It's hard, I know. But why don't you try it? Why don't you see if she ever ghosts you? When she's begging for you to go inside and your D is touching her, try saying no. Try meaning it too. Try it. But the problem is, it always comes down to animal symbology. Okay? Look. There's an archetype that a man falls under. This is what a man is when his crush walks in. Okay. Beta is Canis. Alpha is Panthera. You understand? When the beta sees his crush walk in, Ashley's here, his tail starts wagging, right? He starts getting excited. He goes, Ashley, you're here. Welcome. And he says hi in the group chat. But the Panthera, the cat, says nothing. Most men act like dogs around their crush, even if they sustain it, even if they hide who they are, they act like dogs. And then she tries to win over Zherka, and Zherka's like a cat. So I'll be at a party and a girl will be like, oh my God, your beard is so... I'll be like, no, don't touch me. And I'll walk to the windowsill. And she'll be like, John? And she'll need to, first of all, make things less awkward. She'll be like, I'm not thirsty. I gotta prove to John I'm not thirsty. But like, why does he keep running from me? She'll sit on my lap. I'm like, no, that's heavy. She'll be like, no, I'm not. Right? She'll try and lean her head on me. I'll be like, oh, get off. That's a cat. A cat doesn't want to be touched. You understand? But you guys, when she leans her head on you, you guys go like this. When she tries to touch your face, right? You go like this. That's not a game. She won that video game. She don't want to play that. Turn up. You're not getting what I'm saying, dude. Don't ever give a girl boyfriend energy. Until they let you smash, no. Give her the N-word. Say no. Give her the N-word treatment and tell her no. Sometimes you even have to text them, I don't want to keep texting you, Ashley, until you take me out on a date. And she'd be like, why don't you take me out on a date? And be like, no, I've tried. I'm done. You need to fix this now. And she'd be like, I can't tell if you're joking. I'm dead ass. Fix it. And she'll laugh and she'll be like, okay, like, what, do you want to go out like this weekend? I'm kind of busy this weekend, actually. And then she'll really start laughing, and then you'll be like this, we should go tomorrow. And then she'll be like, oh, okay, look at that. Right? Why this works is it's a risky game, because she could block your ass. And she loves the risk. It's like slots for train. She loves it. How do you put yourself in the situation in the first place to say no and reject her, though? Seems like a paradox. No, it's not, because you're forgetting the Trinity. We'll go back to the Trinity. Okay? My dude, I got 1 billion chicks off a bit of fitness when I used to be fit. Then my job wasn't really high status, didn't work, but, you know, I coped. And then I became a Twitch streamer, and I still don't really network and stuff, but it looks like I do. So I have the illusion of these 3. But yeah, I mean, like, if I ever went to a bar and got lazy and didn't want to pick her up, I would say this. Oh yeah, I stream on Twitch. And she'll be like this. Swallow its whole. I'm telling you, it's scary. Or even the scarier thing is, because I don't like people knowing now, because it fucks up my life, when my buddy goes, yeah, he streams on Twitch. And I go, whoa, I fucking streamed a bunch of retards in chat. Like, you're going to really hype that up? Oh, apparently it's hype. Apparently it's OP. And you know, these girls are so dumb. They go, well, if that many people are like in Zherka's chat, it means he's safe to be around. No, bitch, it doesn't. Crazy Slick had 8,000 in his chat. You understand? That's the social proof. They beg for it, right? That's why a lot of girls at the bar will be like, okay, all right. Hey, we have a mutual. I'm going to try and suck your cock now that you know. How do you know Becky? Oh, Becky? I don't know Becky. She knows me. She tried to fuck you? Nah, chill. Bitch, I actually don't know Becky. I'm lying to get her to smash me. And she goes, oh, Becky's like that, isn't he? You are cute. And you see how they want you to say less so they can make the illusion in their head. Like, what do you do for work, John? I have a very specific set of skills, actually. I'm fucking so good at streaming. If I start doing this, my viewer count rises. And she goes, oh my God, this guy is like, it's kind of scaring me, but he's so attractive. He's so passionate about what he does. He's so dreamy. But if you do that, you get maced to tears. Or worse, no tears. I've been maced before and I couldn't even cry. It would hurt. Should I work on straight mass or keep on aesthetics? What if my fat goes to my neck? Obviously, mass is the most important. Like they say they like abs, but I've tried dieting down to abs and I lost the inflated look. That shit was horrible for picking up women. Oh my God. Or I would be like, okay, I'm not filling up the shirt correctly, but look at my stomach. And they'd be like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck, bro. Like, you're not really that. Like, if you want to see the difference from turning a girl on just by looks, put a European football player in a room with an NFL American football player and have them take their shirts off. Dude, women freaking love that stacked look. That they love the top heavy look. And a lot of us like Ronaldo better, but it just doesn't get them wet. I don't know what it is. The first time I had a six-pack, I was like, oh shit, this is not working. I swear I got more bulking, like when I was full. And that was the first time I'm like, oh shit, they do want to feel like they're with the Hulk or some shit. That was weird to me. Who would get the girl? The only reason Ronaldo does better is because the money component. But if the money was paid off the same, these women finger themselves to American football players. Like deep down, that's their favorite railing to get. It's sad, I know. I wish I looked like them. What about Bruce Lee type physique? They like it, but it doesn't trigger arousal. I know, it's very bad. I know we love Bruce Lee, but it just doesn't trigger arousal. Really doesn't. Unless you're like very symmetrical on the face and you look good on the face, then you can get away with it. But if all the stats were the same, money, height, everything, it would come down to shoulders, traps, and arms. Which I always thought it was abs until I figured out how much men love figure eight. And then I'm like, what is the male figure eight? And it turns out it's not really aesthetics. It's more, this upside down Illuminati look. Who would do better, American football player or MMA guy? Still the American football player, because he'll be like 6'6", right? And the MMA guy will be like 5'8". So, yeah. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, basketball players do really good too. Like, they're huge people. Don't, except Steph Curry, but that's about it. Should Asian dudes bulk or just go for the pretty boy look? I don't know how to answer that without getting banned. What to do if you're short? Just cope. That's all you can do. What steroid would you recommend if you're trying to get banned on Twitch? I don't know, bro. You're telling me Henry Cejudo doesn't pull? That's exactly what I'm telling you. Why do women love the K-pop look? It's a mainstream programming, really, but they don't. It's just because of the success and shit. They don't actually. I thought women love Kirito. I thought women love the anime silent shy guy. They don't. They don't. Those animes with the loud guy with a giant sword, they actually like that. They actually like the weird freak show with the giant sword. That's what's so sad, is it becomes that caveman, right? I'm a special case because I'm a genius, right? I'm just a genius. But again, they're not really that into smart guys. The only pretty boy that does well is Enrique Iglesias. Yeah, again, if you're maxing out status like Enrique, you're going to win. But again, he's maxed out this. Looks is great to have large, but if it's 100% like Enrique, if you have one of these bubbles that's 100%, you can't lose. But if you had to pick one bubble to max out 100%, it's this one. Oh, it's this one. Because this one screams potential if you're broke. So they still stay with you. They're like, oh, he's ambitious. What would you say about a skinny skater stereotype who gets girls? Are they exceptions? Because I'm talking about sustaining women. I'm not talking about getting women. Because you have to ask yourself, in 5 years, will the skater still have that girl? And if the answer is yes, then, then I'll answer your question. But I doubt it. Yeah, Vegeta does a lot better than Goku. And they like a conflicted man too. Right? Like, every girl falls in love with a guy who punches walls after he loses a video game. Right? It's only when they turn around and punch her that they're like, whoa, this guy's crazy. Right? That's too far. But they do love those kind of conflicted men. They're like, I get to tinker and fix him. You ain't fixing. That guy's playing Mario Kart. Then fuck you trying to fix that retard playing Mario Kart. And they love to try and... Sometimes you have to just give them problems to fix. Be like, babe, I'm thinking of kicking a dog. I don't know why. You gotta help me overcome this. And she holds her fucking mutt. What are you talking about? We're gonna get to the bottom of this, John. I'll never give up on you, John. I know you're gonna overcome this. He's so problematic. I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying, right? I have to say extreme so it drills into your head. Zherka thinks men are more attractive. He's in the closet. A good-looking man is 1,000 times better looking than a good-looking woman. But an average woman is 1,000 times better looking than an average man. Like, that Ben Affleck guy from the movie Argo... Yeah, there's no woman in Hollywood that looks better than that guy. Like, not even close. You think Margot Robbie, whatever, looks as good as him? Do tattoos help? Unfortunately, tattoos are satanic, but they love them. They love scars and tattoos, bro. They're literally into anime characters. It's so pathetic. The gayer tattoo, the more tribal, the more women you get. Isn't height more important than a really good looking face for a woman? Yeah, it is. Yeah, a good looking banana, he gets a lot of chicks. True. Look, I'm going to make it look like she took a step forward with that leg. Watch. Just change the pelvic right here. Just change this. Watch this. Oops. If I just take this, delete, and take one line, fatten it, and boom, she took a step forward. Ah, fuck. It should be here. That's so hot. I like that. Yeah, let's just clean this up a bit. Nice. Boom, right there. All right, yeah. Are we just gonna... Yeah, what are we doing? Let's just turn this off for a sec. That's enough advice for that guy. That guy got his money's worth, because I knew Dr. K can't help him here. I think it's solid advice. Yeah, I think it's solid advice for anyone who's initiated. It's weird. Guys who get girls go, I know exactly what you mean, John. And guys who can't get girls, they go, I don't get the dog part. Don't act like a mutt. Act like a cat and she'll like you. Okay? You can still be yourself. Just be your cooler self. A hiccup. The hell? Where is it? All right, let's finish this off. So yeah, that girl wasn't wrong. Why do I think certain things work on women and some don't, rather than seeing talking to women as people in mutual interaction? Because it's not. Where things work with women, where are things women like to rephrase with more active verbs? And what the fuck is that? What makes a nice girl to me? Oh God. What does it matter if what he does works with women or works on women? ? The results is the same. They are attracted to him, and that's what ultimately matters to me. This guy's very base. He's like saying, I want to cut the cookie cutter shit. I like it. I didn't mean that in a women are like objects that you have to, okay, he's doing PC shit here. I didn't mean that girls don't get turned on. I mean, dude, the honest answer is John Zherka is a good-looking, famous millionaire. What the fuck, dude? You're telling me I'm not a genius when it comes to the opposite sex? The fuck did I spend all that time in the club for if I can't even... What was the point of learning all that if I'm just going to be reduced to the Hassan stereotype? He gets into relationship despite his toxic attitudes, not because of them. That makes no sense, because I was getting into it in my first day on Twitch when I had no money, right? So that makes no sense to say that it's because of money. Like, there are tons of women out there that are willing to tolerate Zherka's misogynistic outlook in order to get access to his wealth, fame, and looks. Same thing goes for us men. We have a hard time wrapping our heads on how women could fall for Zherka. But if tomorrow Gal Gadot came out, the Zionist, as a hardcore misandrist, isn't she? How many of her male fans would completely ignore it and try to sleep with her anyway? Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. I mean, us guys are so notorious for putting up with shitty women for sex. We literally tell ourselves, don't put your dick in crazy. But when women suffer from the same flaws, we have such a hard time wrapping our heads around this phenomenon. That we do, because men make better choices than women for their dating partners. I think this really just reflects this is cope right here. This guy's a fucking retard. Find me one guy who dates a girl out of prison. Go ahead, I'll wait. That's why we cope when girls like a prisoner Zherka. Men don't date women out of prison. That doesn't happen. Not even loser men do that. Like, we're asking the question, why do women like prisoners? That's what our question is. You're not answering it. So I looked him up and watched some of his videos. Yes, he certainly seems like women find him very attractive, and he has effortless flirting and conversation skills. I would honestly agree. It seems like it's natural and real, and I feel like he's probably not paying the girls on the vids. Thank you. You are going to have to accept that there are people in the world who are going to be better at attracting women than you. It doesn't mean it's hopeless for you. I mean, it is hopeless if you want to be on Zherka's level. Let's be honest, okay? If you think you're competing with me, find me one channel who's ever done it like this. It's hopeless to compare yourself to the king. Hopeless. That is depressing. Don't even think like that. I'm basically in the same boat that you are in. I have zero luck with women. Get off Reddit. What the fuck? Zherka, my brother, and everyone I've ever known who's good with women have two things in common that I've noticed. They are not insecure in themselves, and they are not awkward. That's kind of true. I don't know. I think I'm very insecure, though. Like, who would talk like me if they're not insecure? At all. Those are two things that I have been striving towards, and that's my advice to anyone hoping to get better with women. Nothing else seems to be nearly as important as far as pure sexual attraction goes, not even looks. This is really good advice now. What the fuck? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say be yourself for advice, because, just be your loser self. No, be a better version and then go pick up girls. Have a shit tier personalities. However, I would say try to follow Zherka's style. He doesn't have a style of talking to women. That's so true. Nobody who's actually good with women does. That's so true. They are good conversationalists who aren't nervous. That's it. Wow. Or at least if they are nervous, they are very good at managing it and hiding it. Don't forget that part. I know full well you can't flip a switch and just not being insecure, awkward anymore. The best thing is exposure therapy. Really good advice. How is this not upvoted? The Reddit is pathetic. Just go out and talk to people, not just hot chicks, everybody. Exactly. Work with uglies and mids as well. Work on making conversation as much as you can and try to be charismatic to normal people. And then when you talk to a hot girl, talk to her the exact same way. Hope that helps. Hold on, one more thing. When you talk to a girl, whether she's ugly, mid, or your crush, make sure you're talking about yourself. Every failure channel in pickup on YouTube, when you watch failure bloopers, it's always a guy talking about her or what's around them, the environment. Like, it's a nice day at the beach, right? What is your name? Ashley? Yeah, I'm John. I'm enjoying the breeze today. What do you do? Oh, you're in school. What kind of school? Like, what do you do? Oh, law. Oh, so you're like good with words and stuff? Huh, yeah. I mean, it's good for a lawyer to sometimes go to walk on the beach. You see how creepy it is? It's just weird. But now you go to a Zherka type and you go, hey, what do you do? You're a lawyer? Dude, that's crazy. I did 500,000 views overnight, but like, you're doing better. What do you do again? A lawyer? Yeah, that's the thing about law is like, I could have done it. Well, back when I was reading a bunch of books and realized like going into debt for school was fucking useless. What do you do again? Oh, you told me. Yeah. It was, what do you do? Oh, you're a lawyer? Do you see how not paying attention to her makes her like you more? It's all about you. That's because they're nothing like us. They want to enter your world, right? If you look at a girl who likes a boy, she copies his lingo, listens to his music, watches his movies, stays with his kind of friends. They're adopting a different universe. That's why it's about you. You've never chilled with a girl and copied her lingo, listened to her music, watched her movies. If you do that, she's going to hate you. You're being narcissistic. Exactly. Is there anything more attractive to a woman than a narcissist? Be honest with yourself right now. Janet Baby says, the only girl in chat says, if he only asks me questions and never says anything about himself, it feels like an interrogation. Yeah, but Janet, I'm going to an extreme. I'm not saying a back and forth of what do you do? What do I do? What do you do? I'm saying all about me. It's every second of the conversation is about me. That's what girls really want. That their boyfriend always does that to them. Or they'll have a regular boyfriend. But if they really have genuine burning desire for a man, it's usually the guy that only talks about himself, right? Right? For my girlfriend, I once talked about myself for 2 hours, rambling. 2 hours. And I stopped to catch my breath. We're laying down at the beach. We're on a bed. And as soon as I stopped, she's like this, turned around. Why'd you stop? And she got really uncomfortable. And I said, damn, Jill, let you speak, man. I'm done with this shit. And she's like, no, I just like hearing you. And that's the most she ever liked me, right? Why? Because she's already a flower. She doesn't want to sell herself. She wants you to sell yourself. She's already the prize, dude. Right? The girl doesn't have, that's why girls can't make dates fun. The only way a girl makes a date fun is if she sucks your dick. You know, it sounds crazy to say, but she has a hard time making the date fun. Like, women have a really hard time making the date fun. Yeah, they have a hard time making a conversation fun. I'm sorry, dude, but it's the truth. Like, if a guy is not carrying the conversation, she wants a different guy. That's why when a girl feels like insecure, like, oh, I got nothing to say, she just goes down on him and sucks his dick. Because she knows, she's like, I'm not good at this. I didn't train for conversations with, yeah, I'm back and forth with her. I'm always on and off with her. But like, what I'm trying to say is when she liked me most, it was obviously when I was just rambling about myself. because that's when I like me most, right? And anytime there's like my flaws, I highlight that too. I don't hide flaws. So if I'm bad at something, I go, I don't want to, I'll just say, baby girl, I don't want to talk about that because I'm very bad at it and I get very insecure about it. And then she goes, okay. And it's like fake ammo I'm giving her, because then she uses it against me and I go, that's not even real ammo. I gave her fake ammo, so it's not even hurting me. So sometimes I'll just be like, I'm just so insecure about my like Mario Kart skills. And then when she's mad at me, she'll be like, you fucking suck in Mario Kart, for example, right? And I go, it's a good thing she doesn't know what I'm actually insecure about. Like I give a woman fake ammo, so she uses it against you, and it's completely like just water off your back. Do you do this with friends or not? No. With friends, never. With friends, I don't talk about myself. No. With friends, I talk about the movie we're watching. No, okay, let's say our first date, not at the beach. Our first date, it was all about me, right? And I needed, I was so nervous dating her because I lied to my uncle who told everyone in my family, and I showed a picture of this girl and I lied and said she's my girlfriend. And I kept that lie going for like during COVID for like 6-7 months. And so when I met her, I was like, if I fuck this up, like I need to make this girl my girlfriend. So, cause like I had no photos with her or anything. And I really, really needed it to work. I know, dude, the weirdest thing I've ever done is lie about that. It was like so embarrassing. Why? Because in Albanian culture, you can't be single at 28, 27. Or I was 26 and a half or 27. Yeah, I was going to get chewed apart by my uncle. Like, they don't send money. They don't give presents if I'm not dating. I want my presents, bro. Do you think smiling is important? No, you should never be looking at a woman and smiling, ever. That's what you do with your, like, long-term girlfriend. If you ever catch yourself smiling talking to a girl, you're losing her. It's really creepy. Okay? That's horrible. Another thing, at a bar, your nipples are lasers. So if I'm talking to a girl at a bar, let's say she's right next to me. Oh, really? Oh, you work down the street? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow. Oh, I used to go to that bar all the time. But now if I laser her with my nipples and do this, oh, really? You work at the bar down the street? Her anxiety is so spiked, she'll never suck dick that night. Ever. She'll never do it. She'll never do it. But if you're on the side, casual, right? Her dream, no woman will tell you this, a woman's dream first sexual encounter with her man that she likes is always casual. It's never romantic. Her dream is a casual sex session because she wants zero anxiety, where romance can bring anxiety sometimes. Do you understand? Her dream is a casual hookup with her crush that turns into more. That's why it's so important to run casual through her panties. You have to get the panties going casual. You cannot get the panties going hard romantic or hard whatever. It has to be casual. Her dream sex session is casual. Then it'll turn to more. But to enter her life, you want to be laughing, hooking up with her. You want her to be comfortable. Do you understand what I'm saying? She wants to be laughing in the Uber as you guys are like touching each other and making out. You don't want to be making out in a romantic way or a sexual way. You want it casual. Do you get that? First date. Yeah, I'm saying this is the hardest part. Everything else is it's so easy to be romantic when you have them. Bitch, here's some flowers, right? But to get your first hookup section, zero anxiety is so hard. Because she could even nut 10 times with you and she'll be like, yeah, but we went through a lot of awkward phases before I nut. In the Uber ride, at the bar, I'm going to ghost him. But if there's nothing and she goes, damn, that was water. That was just so easy to hook up with that guy. Then she wants you for good. You understand? That's why sometimes I used to look at women and they'd be like, I just don't know about fucking you right now. And I go, don't worry, we've done it before. And they'd be like, what do you mean by that? I go, haven't you felt that we've met before? So who cares if we fuck today? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we fuck tomorrow, next tomorrow. None of that matters. We've already done it. And she goes, what do you mean? I go, look at the karmic cycle of Buddha. We've met in a different life. And she goes, I feel that. And then she's like giving you head, and you go, I'm actually a Christian. You know what I mean? So it's really about dropping anxiety to zero, right? He's so dreamy. I believe in Judgment Day, actually. I don't know about that karmic cycle and shit. Matter of fact, if you think Buddha was a fucking pedophile, do you think that girls are more worthwhile work these ways too? Girls that are more worthwhile? Yeah, if she's a paralegal, if she's a lawyer, if she's a yoga instructor, she's going to want her first time to be zero anxiety casual. And no pickup channel ever talks about this. They only talk about charming her. If you charm a high anxiety girl, you don't get to fuck. And if you do get to fuck, it's a awkward sex session for the first 20% of it, meaning she's going to ghost you. Okay? That's why anytime she's like stripping in front of me, right? I will light a cigarette. I'll be like, and I'll enjoy it. I'm not going to rush through it. When you're hooking up with a girl, it's you slowing down as she's speeding up. It's never you guys going the same speed or you going faster, because then she's going to ghost you. It's when you're talking to a girl and she's leaning forward, right? Right? Let's say she's like, oh, John, I like you so much, right? This is me at the bar. I'm leaning backwards as she's talking to me, and she's leaning forward. And I'm leaning backwards, and I go, yo, back up. You up in my grill. And she goes, oh, yeah, you don't like this? It's never me leaning forward. Because the more I lean back, the more uninterested, the lower her anxiety, the easier. Sorry, the more I lean forward like pickup artists do, I go, oh yeah, Ashley, you should do this, and this is right, raising her anxiety, so she likes me, but doesn't want to smash, because she goes, I'm just not feeling it tonight. Do you understand? Every other guy at the bar leaned forward that night. Exactly. Also, another thing, genuine burning desire is the only true thing about that red pill pickup shit that's so correct. If she's not jumping on your lap, you'll either get canceled, go to prison, or just be known as a creep. She need to be jumping on your lap before you smash, which sometimes takes a longer time, but like, it's so worth it, right? When you're dating or going out on a date, don't ever for a second think, I want to go on a date with this girl. I want to smash this girl. Tell yourself what I used to tell myself. I said, I'm with Ashley right now, let's say, if I don't get 10 hookup sessions with Ashley, I failed. As soon as you think like that, you stop going for the hookup. You stop trying to fuck her, because you go, oh, fucking her tonight is going to ruin everything. You wait till she fucks you. She jumps on you. So it might take another date. It might take 2 or 3. You get it? Once you start playing the longer con, you keep Ashley forever. Now she's in your rotation. If you're a player or a girlfriend, if you like her like that. But if you're not getting 10 hookup sessions, then it was never a hookup. Then you fucked the girl you wanted to fuck again, but she ghosted you, ruined your ego, and made you a worse player. That's not how you should run the game. You're getting, I don't want to say getting used, but yeah. If your only intent is to smash, you fucked up a long time ago. Wow. What about the other tactics you talk about? Do you think there are girls that work differently? No. Every girl works the same because they have the same thing in their subconscious. and conscious fused mind right here. A woman's mind is like very simple. Let me pull up the paint. Here's the male brain or the female brain. All right. And here's the male brain. I'm kidding. Don't cancel me. Come on. I'm a comedian. All right. Look. So here's the female brain. Right. And men have larger craniums. Anyways, so here's what I'm saying. Okay. So if we look at this, right? This is the woman's brain, right? By the way, that little misogynistic joke for some reason turns on girls when I do it, but don't do it because you might get a drink thrown on your face, right? I don't know why women love those kind of jokes. It's kind of weird. Like, they gotta stop rewarding that behavior. It's just a joke, bro. Anyways, it's just a prank. All right, hold on. All right. Dude, this guy said Kek G brain too big. Like, we just did the joke. Yeah, Janet Baby is a woman in chat. That's why her name is in pink. And she said, we low-key love misogynistic jokes. Okay, wait. Is it a woman? She's 22 years old. Okay, it's a woman. Yeah. Okay. I believe it. Okay, now look. When you look at the woman brain, the only thing on her mind, whether you're short, tall, skinny, weak, ugly, whatever, is this is the only thing that's in her subconscious during the day, and then nighttime it leaks into her conscious when she's at the bar with you. The only thing she's thinking about is he is a murderer. This is where 99% of her anxiety comes from. Doesn't actually come from looking bad or looking weird in public or any of that stuff that pickup channels talk about. Look into psychology, and this is the truth. This is no joke. Like, not at all. This is the truth. This is why I tie my shoe and look up and go, girl, give me your number, and it works. Why don't I stand and hover and be like, hey, yo, give me your number? Because her anxiety spikes through the roof and it makes my job harder, right? Her greatest fear is that he is a murderer. That's why when she sees one guy, right? This is something Dr. K will not teach you. When she sees one guy surrounded, there's a fat bitch here too, hold on. Whoop. She had little stubby legs. Okay, hold on. I don't give a fuck, bro. Cancel me. All right, look at this. She sees one dude. This is golden advice, right? When she sees one dude surrounded by chicks, this is what's happening in her brain. Social proof. He is a murderer, and now she's horny because naught has entered her brain. That's why they like a player. It has nothing to do with the evolutionary shit people talk about. That's why the player gets her in the Uber and she's giving head in the Uber. That's why, because she goes, those other girls would have done it. Those other girls would have done it. When I wanted a bunch of girls on my podcast, how did I market myself, right? I knew they'd be afraid of my podcast because they get a little wild. So I added a picture and pinned it to my Twitter of me with a bunch of girls having, just wholesome fun. Now everyone gets on my podcast because they go, oh, these e-girls went on, so these girls like him, so... But little do they know, I'm going to clown their ass on my podcast. I'm going to clown them to tears. Lol. You understand? That's why when your dick is touching the outside of her box and she goes, okay, give it to me, daddy, and you say no, she likes you more because she goes, wow, a murderer would have just R-worded and killed me by now, right? There's more safety running through her brain. She feels more safe. That's why when you smack your D on the box, I say no, tonight I don't want to smash. That's why they want it so bad that night. That's why they come. They go, oh, when you put it in. The problem is, usually the guy who gets a lot of girls is a murderer, like a Ted Bundy. That's the problem. That's how Ted Bundy got his victims, is other girls were around him, so... And these girls are so stupid, they like send him love letters in prison. They love edginess that much. They're like, yo, I know you like killed women, but like you're dreamy. Well, if one girl killed a guy, that bitch is getting not one letter. Nobody is typing to her. Okay, someone said kill people, get chicks. Got it, Chief. No, you still have to be no, that killing people doesn't get you girls. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? Matter of fact, if you look at most shooters, it's like a dude crying that he couldn't get pussy. And he's not crying about pussy, the physical feeling of going inside pussy. It's despair. It's that he thinks the rest of his life, no one's going to comfort him. Right? He'll be too old to be around his mom, and he wants that feeling of comfort. That's what it is. Right? That's why I say, being able to get a woman can save a lot of lives if you're a loser. I don't talk about it as a skill, but I guess it is a skill. Wouldn't a really cool chick have to overcome what her immediate instincts are and have their own system, or you don't think so? No. Men and women are too alike. All women are the same. I'm sorry, I know people want to attack that. All men are the same. Like, you give a man a check mark and $1 million and all of a sudden he's a cheater. That's how they are. You give women unlimited success and they want a family. You give an OnlyFans woman $10 million and all she can think about is kids. It happens over and over again. It happens with Lana Rhoades and all that. And yeah, people want what they want. Not going to beat your nature. If I'm trying to be a menace in college but have 0 EXP, what do I do? Well, that's what college is farming EXP. And the greatest thing you can do if you have 0 EXP is have a strong poker face. Men with strong poker faces, I remember the first time I made out with a girl, I was 19 years old, and I was shaking scared as her best friend followed us on our date and watched us from a bush or a bench. And I knew she was following, and I was kind of comforted. I don't know. I liked the idea that she's watching. And I met the girl on Tinder, and that was my first red pill experience because she kept ghosting me, stopped talking to me on Tinder. And then all I said was, you look like this person who's ugly or mid. And she freaked out. She's like, no, I don't. Hey, we should hang out, to prove to me that she's attractive in public. And I didn't read red pill. So I was like, I just meant it. I was like, fuck it. She's ghosting me. I'm just going to say it. Then I met her and I'm like, oh, wow, she's nice. And I was shaking, scared. And she was also scared, but I couldn't tell at the time. Then I became a player and I ran into her at cinema 2 years later. And I said to her, hey, you were my first ever experience with a woman. And she was in tears laughing. Good one, Zherka. And she just went into the bar. I was like, the fuck was that bitch's problem? Like, there's no one here for that joke. Like, what the fuck? Then I talked to her again as she's leaving. I was like, look, you were my first female experience at 19. And she's laughing so hard. She came to the bar a month later. I said, you were my first. And she's like, you're not joking? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, wow, you had such a strong poker face. Like, because if she knew that, she wouldn't have, gave me head. So yeah, it's good that I like wasn't my total self. Because if I told her like, oh, I've never done this before, it would have made things very awkward. Because she'd be like, oh, I'm the captain of the ship. What a turn off. No girl wants to be a captain. Okay, not 0 EXP, but no sex. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At 19, I had never kissed a girl for longer than 2 seconds. And that was like spin the bottle stuff. So at 19 was my first kissing a woman as a virgin. And I was shaking scared. Like, I was like physically shaking, and I would tell her I'm cold in the middle of the summer night. Ugh. But she was so nervous that she didn't really notice, I guess. Because I know if she did notice, she wouldn't have whipped my stuff out in public. Yeah, and it's weird because people are like, okay, then you were good with girls. No, I spent 3 years shaking scared dating girls. Like, it didn't go away for 3 years, It only went away when I started street fighting. Like, my confidence exploded after some street fights. Like, you could be the perfect guy, but if you fumble opening a condom, she doesn't want to smash you for some reason. I remember making that note. I was like, ew. Yeah, the first time I got into street fights was the first time my crush looked boring to me. Because she'd come out at the bar she worked with me. She'd be like, what happened? And I would just be like, nothing. And I'd go talk to the boys. And that's the first time I ever ignored my crush. And she would just spam text me, yo, what are we doing this weekend, John? You should come with me here. And I had no idea I was even ignoring her. I was just exhilarated to tell the boys, like, dude, I want a street fight. I didn't know. I was always a coward. I didn't know I could do that, And then when I started really street fighting, like, it became, oh, you're that guy on Granville Street. That's when every girl is like, dude, that guy walks in with confidence, right? Because then anytime I'd look a guy in the eyes, they'd get nervous, and the girls would be like, oh, this guy is the apex predator. Not in no pedophile way. Do you really think a nerd-looking dude with no girls around him makes girls think he's a murderer? Yes. A nerd makes a girl think he's a murderer. Yes, I do. If she thought you're just a loser, she'd still come to your house to kick it. She'd use your resources. But the reason she doesn't do that is because she thinks all nerds are murderers. Like incels who will tie her up and kill her. Right? And you can see desperation in a nerd's eyes. Like, I don't know what to do. I finally got a hot girl. Right? No, juicing's not good. How many girls are wifey marriage? Only if you leave the West, the percentage is like 35%, I think. And they won't be the hottest, like the regular type looking people. How many percent of men you think are nerds, John? I think 99% of men are nerds, but they let go of their nerd to get women. But if they could have it both ways, they would never let go of Naruto. They would never let go of any of that. But they know they have to put their attention on gym and the big boy stuff. But I think like being a nerd for a guy brings a guy ultimate happiness. Like, there's very few men on earth that could look you in your eye and say, I don't want to paint toy models of World War II vehicles. I don't want to paint Warhammers. No, we all want to paint Warhammers. We don't do it because it gets us nowhere. But we really want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! We really want to do that shit. We could do that. If we were rewarded for playing Yu-Gi-Oh, every guy would suddenly pull out a Blue Eyes Shining Dragon and say, this is actually the new, you know what I mean? They would go full, they would just show who they are. Every guy would start pulling out their Beyblades. All men are nerds deep down. And that's why nerds hate Chads, because Chads let go of nerd life, right? Chad said, fuck it, it's not worth it. It's just the big boy thing to do. What exactly makes certain things nerdy? It's usually things that don't progress your life, but fulfill your fantasy masculinity. So if you collect anime swords, it's fulfilling your fantasy masculinity, but it's not fulfilling your reality of masculinity, like working out and all that stuff. So it's like useless to you, but it's fulfilling your inner child. And that's what women hate. There's nothing uglier to a woman than a grown child. And you guys are like, what about Mizkif? That's a millionaire, right? Because if there was no money involved, Mizkif's style would not work on anyone. Sometimes women get excited for a grown child because she goes, I can manipulate his finances off of him. It doesn't really work, but they think that it does. Yeah, video games are a trap, for sure. Guys with nerdy hobbies are only fine if they've got other girls DMing them, or else she has a problem with how much time you spend with that shit. What if someone is crazy on an instrument, but it's not their career? Yeah, they don't like musicians if the musician doesn't pay his bills, right? Like she'll cope, she'll be around him she'll be around him for like a year, but that's it. Here's how weird it gets. If you have $10 million because it's your dad's money, they're still turned off. That's how weird it gets. Like they're still with you, but deep down, they look at some dude who's making his own money, and if that guy's getting close to what that guy has, then they're really drooling. So, but yeah, when you think of what women want, it's what you want. What do you want in a man if you're a girl? It's the same thing, right? That's why guys who their parents had $10 million, they get happy when I walk into a room because they go, oh, here's a self-made dude. They get really excited to meet me. How do you build a social circle if most people are users when you start making money? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people are using you. That doesn't matter. You're supposed to be around people who are using you. That's just how it is. Like, if you really think people are around people, because who really thinks OTK guys are around each other because they're friends? Really? You think if Twitch didn't exist, Mizkif would chill with Asmongold? I can't see that. If Twitch didn't exist, Train wouldn't chill with XUC. They're coworkers. Like, nobody would chill with each other if Twitch didn't exist. That's just like the hard truth. Like, this is what people do. Okay, S-Fand is not pissing me off because he has a lot of viewers. Actually, no. S-Fand is pissing you off. There's flies around his cock. It is pissing me off. How about you and Haas? That's different. I could see Haas and me chilling. Because our hatred for libs would really bond us. Remember, that guy's like a good friend of mine and he's a commie. Like, how did he do that? So yeah, as soon as her anxiety's at 0 and she says he's not a murderer, you can smash. She will want you to smash. She'll encourage it. Guys who live and die by a woman's opinion on them, which is weak thoughts. It's weak. However, You can be the most yourself when women want you. Okay? You'll have the most opportunity when women are following you. So they are a type of currency. That is correct. If you have a bunch of women who want you, you've got doors opening for you that you couldn't believe. You can be friends with Leonardo DiCaprio now, you know? When I was working at clubs, why I got such high paid contracted security jobs for celebrities was because the celebrities were like, hey John, can you bring those girls you're with? But if I didn't have those girls, would they really pay me? They'd say, fuck that guy, is not coming. He's not coming to the yacht. The hardest part is getting social proof in the first place. It's really not. You can fake social proof. That's the one time you can fake something. Every guy you know who has a million photos with girls, but he's not actually fucking them, he's doing good. Are you shadow banned from LSF or something? You have the best fucking perspective, and I'm tired of you not being heard. It makes no sense. Yeah, because the people who are at LSF are good friends with Miskiff, and Miskiff told me privately that they hate me. And Miskiff fixed that problem for me for a little bit, for 4 or 5 months. But he said they hate me because they think I'm a creep and that Miz and his friends are real. Yeah. I'm not even joking. Like, now it turned, in hindsight, it's hilarious, but... And they will still not platform me because they're spiteful about it. They're angry. They'll never admit it, but deep down, they hate me. They hate me. And remember, I've been VIP'd in every e-girls chat. Those guys fall in love with e-girls, Redditors, so they hate guys like me. Because they go, oh, she's not liking John because of his clout. He has no clout. They're liking John because of who John is. Now that's when they hate someone, right? And I'm so good, dude. One of the biggest phase guys I know, I cucked this guy a year and a half ago, or 2 years almost. I cucked him so bad out of his dream girl, and then I abandoned her. I felt so bad for this guy, one of the largest phase dudes. And that guy is like way better than me. But I was like in my head, he seemed red pilled to me. So I'm like, what is he lacking, right? No, Banks is awesome. And it's not Banks. I don't know anything about Banks, but when I met him, he's awesome. Yeah, should we get to the Maya stuff before I gotta go, man? Anyways, yo, that guy who wrote this thing about me, dude, I love clowning you, but honestly, everything I've told you, it sounds simple and stupid, but my twin brother who's a therapist agrees. So it's not like just a retarded streamer talking his shit. I'm telling you the truth, dude. There's educated people who don't want to admit it, but everything I'm saying is correct. I just say it in a funny way. Hold on. Yes, my twin brother agrees. Both my brothers are better looking and more mature than me, and they look at me like this. How do you have so many girls fall in love with you, John? Before I was streaming on Twitch. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm bridging it with jokes and, you know, not taking them serious. Like, I'm very playful, very, very casual kind of guy. And yeah, they're dumbfounded. They're like, you're really good at that. I'm like, yeah, dude, try people watching for years at a club. You'll see, you'll be like, you know how good bartenders are? Bartenders can pick up any girl, dude. They have so much EXP. They're better than me. But they choke on stream. My brothers are not baffled, dude. My brothers are like, you've never dated one girl who has not cried and called Eden. I love John so much, I don't know what to do. And Eden will be like this. Why? When I was fucking homeless and couch surfing, they'd fall in love with me. And he'd be like, dude, you should get over him. It's been months. He hasn't texted you. Just get over him. The guy doesn't even have a job. And they'd be like, you don't understand. He would make these jokes and I felt special with him and blah, 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 blah. And Eden's like, the only thing you have better than everyone is comedy. So that's why I know comedy is the greatest link. When you see the most beautiful women on earth, when you see the most beautiful MILF you've ever seen in your life, it's at Walmart in a sea of ugly bitches. And turns her head and she's talking to her daughter, and a big fat slob of a man who's funny comes out of nowhere and he says something like, shouldn't you be in the corny section with all the corn? And his wife will be like, shut up. And you'll be like this, how'd that fat ass get her? And he didn't just get her. That woman sees no jacked guy at Walmart. She sees no man. That fat ass that's funny and made some cornball joke. Dude, I still remember the day I was traumatized. I'm people watching at a club. And let me know if I'm rambling, if we should move on, if this is not interesting, because I've said this a million times. Dude, I'm people watching. So I'm working at a security and they'd be like, Zherka, you see that girl? I'd be like this. Copy that. And then the boss, Aldous, would be like, don't use the comms like this. And we'd be like, right? And we'd just be people watching all night. And I see this fucking Chad. Well, he didn't look like a Chad to me, just some regular dude, right? And he's playing rock, paper, scissors with the hottest girl in the club. And this girl is like just laughing her ass off playing rock, paper, scissors. Total loser shit, right? And he does this to her, right? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. And they're playing that game. And then she's getting excited. And, you know, I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, are they playing? Is he going to get her drinks? What's he going to do? Then he goes, rock, paper, viper. And then fucking smacks her hand so hard, like abuse. Bam, like this. And he goes, you get the drinks. And I'm like, whoa, this fucking guy's getting canceled. And this girl exploded into cum. The most horny I've ever seen a girl from this dork. And I remember thinking to myself, what did he do to her? He didn't drug her. He never gave her a drink. What did he do? And that's when it tapped into me. Why they want a daddy in their life so bad is because they want to hold on to their youth. That's why if you're serious with a girl, it stalls out. But if you're playful, all they want is a playground, right? That's why the dismissive guy who never, ever has a serious conversation with her wins. But you who interview her, what do you do for a living? Bro, I could be dating someone for a year and I'd be like, oh, what? You have a job? I'll never ask serious questions. I don't give a fuck, bro. Right? And I remember when I really wanted to shortcut dating a girl, I'd walk into the bar, see my friends and stuff, and I'd go up to the girl and I'd be like, yo, pretend to be my girlfriend. We're going to make that girl jealous. Right? Right? And a girl's dream is to pretend she's your girlfriend, because then there's no strings, right? She's not like binded to you. She's not bound. She just gets to role play. And if they can role play as your girlfriend, what's happening in their brain is they're actually becoming your girlfriend. It's hilarious. So every girl who's ever role played as my girlfriend eventually became my girlfriend. And they know what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure they know. They love it, right? You know, they don't even know what they want. You know, every girl's dream is not to get drunk at the club. It's her man to get wasted and her take care of him. Isn't that a weird dream to have? I hate taking care of people. But if a girl ever takes care of you when you're drunk, you have maxed out her play. She loves that. It's very weird. That's why that fucking loud jock guy that's like fucked up at the club is being taken care of by the hottest girl, right? Because it's his world, it's not hers. She can just enter. And it's so cruel to think of it like that. But yeah, all they want is play, right? That's why with my girl, we're on, off 2 weeks. We hate each other. But when we're on again together, all we do is play. No serious stuff. Because we know the serious stuff's going to ruin us. That should come later. Way later, right? All you want is the playground. That's it. That's all you want is a playground. Right? Yeah, your conversation is endless. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Dude, you could text your crush, hey, this week I'm only calling you Jabba the Hutt. And you, every time you text her, you'll be like, yo, we're going to Wings tonight. Jabba, are you there yet? And you change her name to Jabba on your phone. And you call her Jabba at the bar. Yo, Jabba, you want tequila? And you call her Jabba, Jabba, Jabba. By the end of the week, this girl will never, ever want to talk to another man. They want fantasy, bro. They want role play. I'm telling you, it's not corny. It's like these people are... These people are very simple, right? The hard part is believing it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. They love to be called something ugly, right? So that was good advice by this person. First, jealousy and envy are natural feelings. However, well, you should never feel jealous of a man who done more stuff than you. Right? I cannot be jealous of Malcolm X because I didn't do what he did. Right? Now, I can be jealous of a streamer that works 8-hour streams because I've done an 8-hour stream and they're better than me. But being jealous of a Zherka, but you've not done anything I've done, that's kind of like you're trying to steal my life, bro. You know, you're trying to steal my life experience. Like, no, bro, you got to go earn it. The thing you need to remember is that no one is perfect. That's wrong. I am perfect, not in as a human, but I'm for what girls want. I'm literally perfect. Literally perfect. I'm not saying I'm the best option for them. Like I'll make their lives better. I'm saying what they want. I'm not saying what they want is correct. They want something weird, but I max out that weirdness. So how to stop being jealous, stop watching him. Yeah, but he wants to actually emulate the success part of it, of getting the girl. This guy's a fucking donkey. Quit giving this more attention. I don't care about the knuckle dragging fuckboy. I break it down in a less caveman way. I'm not like the old Zherka. I break it down, dude. Did not get to watch full video yet. I was leaving for work, blah, blah. I have to check it out. Seems 100% right. And now I'm saying, however, I think the girl had the best take in this whole thread, which is shocking, about men. Girl, because she said something about relaxed and casual. More attractive, I've shot a conversation. Yeah. If you ever want a flawless conversation with a girl, only talk about what you want to talk about. So she'll be like, yeah, man, climate change, dude. It's like totally getting crazy out there. And you go, I don't really believe in that fake shit. Sorry. And then she'll be like, what do you mean sorry? Like, I don't believe in your climate change shit. Your religion's weird to me. Like, here's a question. And then she'll be like, okay. And she'll be like all hesitating. And this is what you do to her. You go, so the sea levels are rising because ice is melting. And she'll be like, correct. We've studied that, John. And be like, okay, so let me order you a drink at the bar, okay? Here's a drink. I don't want it for myself. I got money. This is your drink. Now there's ice in this drink. When the ice melts, does this drink overflow? Well, no, John. Then why would you assume when the ice caps melt that the water level rises? And now she cannot tell if you're joking, but she's laughing, right? And every time she's laughing is when you break touch barriers, right? And by touch barrier, I mean get the number. If you don't grab a number on her giggling, you failed. Because this is what most men do. They laughs are over, it gets serious again. Oh, hey, put your number in my phone. And then she goes, okay. And it's super awkward. But when she's like, ha, 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 laughing, right? Be like, put it in quick. Just put it in. And then she's like, okay, you want, if you scar into her memory, her face is hurting from laughing as she's trying to type your number, my dude, you're winning. Another thing, don't actually let her grab your phone, right? Say, wait, I'm zero battery. My phone's dying. And then she panics. She goes, oh my God, he doesn't want my number. And be like, give me yours, right, Ferris? And grab her number, grab her phone and text yourself. If you give it to her, she'll fuck up the number because she's laughing. Or number two, you won't get a text. But if you text yourself, guaranteed you'll see her again if she liked you. Sometimes she likes you and you just don't see her. So it's like, what the fuck? You really shouldn't envy Zherka. He's not a happy guy at all. True. Do you watch him? Question mark. 27 female. Just Google who the guy was. He's not good looking to me, nor charming. I find his style of speaking obnoxious. Everyone's got different preferences. Yeah, sounds like you're ugly. No, original poster made it very clear that every single woman who interacts with him is infatuated. So I'm sorry, but the opinion of an actual person who's not paid to show interest in this guy is not relevant to this post. Why are they convinced I pay guests to curl their hair and play with their hair and laugh at my jokes? Why are they? I don't get how they're. I should put all these girls on a lie detector to just destroy this thread. In comparison to him, I'm so fucking pathetic. What would make you feel less pathetic? If it's having more sex, which is not actually it. If this original poster got as much sex as I did in my life, he would still be insecure because he would be getting awkward sex. He wants the girl playing with her hair, giggling, and giving him head. That he wants my life. He doesn't want a player's life. You understand? So he's asking for too much. Yeah, because being funny is like, dude, name a streamer that's funny, bro. It's hard. I'd probably find 10 dudes that look just like him. No, you wouldn't. Or else I would not go viral, you fucking retard. I think we got Z's and that's about it. Who the fuck is like me, bro? Get the fuck out of here. They're saying 10 dudes on the street are 6'5". Get the fuck out of here. Why are you ignoring what I say? Watch his videos. Almost every girl reacts to him the same way. That's true. Even seemingly down to earth, nice girls. True. He is attractive and has some clout, so of course he will attract women. But I went viral when I didn't have clout because of my Instagram that had 2,000 followers. And it was just women drooling over me. So the clout thing needs to stop. This shit's getting on my nerves. Everyone wants to be desired. It's normal, blah, blah, blah. This is cope. Don't indulge in that kind of content. Use that time for something productive. Yeah, this is great advice. Da-da-da. Man, this is what happens when they try and take down Red Pill. It turns into sadness copium. Is Red Pill this powerful? Jeez. Wow. It's like they're starving for it. Oh my God. I feel so bad for this comment section. I don't find Red Pill cringe anymore. I think it's pretty based now. I had no... Because some guy in this comment section wrote, every time someone critiques Red Pill, you ask them what's the alternative, and they just shrug and say, just be yourself. Generic advice. Whoa. That is the most base shit I've ever heard. if you want a shortcut into being your best self, hire a very good Photoshopper, get them to Photoshop you and pay them big money, Photoshop you fit, successful, around friends, high paying job, status, money, with your crush photoshopped in the photo, and print out that photo and stick it in your room and make that photo, that meme, into reality. And that shit works, my dude. That shit works. Before I had a YouTube channel, I had a Photoshop picture of me doing 250,000 views. And I just Photoshopped it myself. And I'd visualize it. So every time I was on when they put me on a microphone, I said, I have to go viral right here, right now. And I'd look at the photo of me being a YouTuber. And it sounds creepy, but you do it in your head already. But it's blurry in your head, right? The greatest thing you could do is fool yourself, man. You can fool yourself, and if you can fool yourself to seeing a different future, it starts to become very real. If you can visualize it. And that Photoshop shit for me works. It just works, dude. It just works. Yeah, well, this is Narcissism, the channel, right? Why narcissism works in life is here. Let me show you something Dr. K never talks about, right? Here's why narcissism works. All right, my twin brother's a therapist, so he helped me out with my depression. And he helped me out he said, no therapist can explain what depression is, right? Look at this. So my brother said identity is the root of all of a man's mental. Identity is the root. If you lack identity, let's say you don't have a job or know who you are, you have depression, severe depression, right? If you're building identity, right? So what I'm doing right now, you're always on a climb. You're feeling way better. If you've mastered your identity, you're at 100,000 viewers on Twitch, or you're the greatest swordsmith, blacksmith, then the whole village comes to you for the swords and the weapons. Now you are too busy to even be depressed. Everything comes down to identity. This is something XQC will not tell you. This is something Dr. K will not tell you. Identity is everything. That's why narcissism works. That's why me all works. Me. Have you ever seen a girl cheat on a guy that's like this? You'll never see it. You understand? It's all about you. Everything's about you. You can't even save your family and friends if you don't maximize who you are. But Dr. K is not allowed to say be a narcissist. I am. You know, narcissists have more friends. Try and digest that. Do you like Dr. K? I don't know anything about him. Probably not. No. Get a girlfriend. Wouldn't matter, because how would he sustain a girlfriend without the full red pill? John is taller than 6'3", was a club bouncer, so he knows club culture and has a lot of experience dealing with women and people that talk to the kinds of women he talks to. It's not like it's all women, but he's charismatic also. Yeah, that's pretty good. The idea of just being yourself is overrated. Who is yourself? Did you make a conscious decision of... Exactly, yeah. If you let the world define you, the world will define you as a loser. If you build yourself, you will be able to, you know, dictate the outcome of who you are. You can still be a loser building yourself, but... Okay. Okay, once we're done this, we're done forever. I'm never opening this fucking depressing thread again. How do you not give a shit though? I find that the hardest. Because I have a monopoly in who I am. Like, why would you be afraid of the world calling you an idiot or a loser if no one on earth can be you? You know, like, that's crazy, dude. No one on earth can be you. That's like you have a monopoly on you. Like, why aren't you selling that? Why would you want to be a fucking Mizgif? Why would you want to be a fucking Train or a Zherka when you could be a monopoly of you? Right? Have you ever seen someone fail at being a monopoly of themselves? Never happens. I have no idea who this guy is, but it looks and describe it. You are comparing yourself to someone that's top 0.1% of attractiveness. There are many things that can attract women, but being confident, extremely tall, in shape, and having attractive face. See, they'll never hit personality. No one will talk about charm and charisma. They hate to give me that. That one I had to like develop, bro. That one took a while. Come on, bro. How come? Okay, they're talking about Jeff Bezos now. I can't do this. I guess the thing to do in a situation is to not think about it. Oh my god, these guys hate the OP. He's saying it's bothering him. Why are they hating them? How important is having a good name? What the hell? Mickey, I read it the first time. I didn't laugh the first time either. Girls are not potential partners. They are just people. They should be treated as such. This is so based. Every time someone talks to their crush, the greatest mistake men do is fantasizing about their future with their crush. Don't do that. The less you think about the future with your crush, the more she wants you. The more you play those games in your head, the more she senses it. Don't do that weird shit. I know it's hard, but don't. I know people love to fantasize too. All right, I'm not reading all that, but I'm sure you got something out of that. All right. Okay. Ms. Maya situation. Where's the Maya Twidlonger? Someone link me.